Yo, 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 Froggystyles and Mediocre Trader here. We're going to open things up. We're going to be doing some question and answer, technical analysis, DD, and some training uh, all today. We're just going to kick back and kind of relax and just talk to people and see what's on everybody's mind, see if we can help answer some questions. And that's pretty much it. So we'll let things get rolling here.
What's
Uh,
up, brother? Hey, I just want to say that was an awesome show you guys did last night. I appreciate it. Boss Blunts is the man, dude. I didn't expect that. You know what I mean? I never really watched his content, but I subscribed to him last night, and I appreciate you for having him on the show. That was awesome.
yeah, I've been watching him for a long time. I've watched almost every one of his videos. I might have missed a couple of them, but I doubt it. Um, a lot of his content, like I don't know how he figures out how to dig into everything. It's amazing how deep he gets in his information. Like if you noticed, he had actual like receipts of everything he was talking about. I mean, he's got tab after tab after tab, and it's like this man is a warrior when he comes to proof. It's not like trust me, bro. I read this. It is look
Yeah,
here, see it for yourself, and then he's talking about stuff that nobody else is talking about. You know what I mean? Like he was talking about a lot of this stuff way back, and like it's amazing to see that we have DD being done on this expert level, and then like his think tank. Like I don't know who's all part of the think tank, but there's a bunch of people over there.
yeah,
So
yeah. And I think that's awesome because they can dig deeper into that kind of stuff where you and I are like, I mean, for me, I'm constantly looking at charts and doing the other side of that. So I mean, I do a little DD, but I don't deep dive like some of these guys do. It's crazy.
yeah, it's pretty neat because like you figure we got a small group of guys over here doing similar stuff. He's got like an entire like team, like a massive team of people. And that's all they do is they crunch data. It's like a miniature Reddit. So probably with a lot less of the BS over there with the fighting and stuff that goes on. But yeah, he's got an amazing group. Then you look at who else goes over there too. You got Bigums, Jackson Hunter, Randall Cornett. I can only imagine who else is over there, but they're all OGs from the very beginning. So
Yeah, I'm kind of glad you didn't have me on the show last night because we would have never gotten off of a 9/11. I think. I don't know, man. Just gonna put that out there because there's a lot. There's so much. It's not even funny that goes on, and you could spend a lot of time on one little part of that topic. It's crazy.
yeah, yeah, I knew that once we started going down 9/11, I knew that it was going to
Like,
get crazier.
yeah, I knew. I'm like, wow. uh, I, I'm not allowed to talk about stuff. My wife tells me, shut up. It's
I'm
funny.
going to open up Space Call here for a second. If you want to chat with people and stuff and just talk about
Yeah, I'll
something.
say hi to some people. Hi, Julie. Hey, BG, see you. Glock, I see you. What's up, buddy? Um, Low Boy says, hey, guys, great show yesterday. Um, who else we got? We got Real. He says, many of us are still not holding shares on platforms that don't support routing to lit exchange. Any thoughts or recommendations? I would say I don't think people should be on those platforms, but it's not my choice. You guys got to make your own decisions, right? But I'd like to see people get off of them, but I'm not sure when is a good time to do so. I'll just leave it at that, right? I don't give out financial advice or any of that, but I don't know. I don't know when is a good time to transfer or leave that type of platform. Um, I'll be 100 with all of you. I don't use Robinhood or Weeble, but I do have an account with Robinhood and Weeble, and on both accounts, I do have AMC shares there. that I haven't moved, right? But the majority of my stuff is with TD Ameritrade. I'll just tell you that. So I'm transparent. So, and it's all good. Says excellent show yesterday. I thought it was great too. Uh, Jeffrey says good morning, mediocre and Jeremy. What's up, Jeffrey?
Yeah, what's going on, Jeff? How you doing, man? Just getting the space call fired up right now. We'll see how it goes.
I caught up on all those comments pretty much.
Yeah.
Julie says I watched it twice, the show last night.
It was a good one. I definitely like it. How's it going, Tendy Time? How you doing, man? You're welcome to come on if you want, Tendy.
Guys, I'm sorry about my chair if you guys can hear it. There's nothing I can really do about it. I try to sit as still as possible, but, I got to move around.
Yeah. Squeaking's going to happen. Hey, what's going on, Tendy Time? How you doing, man?
What's up, bud? Y'all doing okay this morning?
Oh, hold on. My little mini speaker didn't pick up on the phone. Give me a second. There we go. We're broadcasting you.
All right, what's up, bud? I went to work today. I had bad service. I don't know if you caught. I played Tony De Niro's stupid little bingo game last night when he was streaming that, and
You cannot be feeling good today.
Playing with Tony.
You cannot be feeling good today. Holy smokes, that bingo card was rocking.
Yeah, I heard it was a rough game, so if you were drinking, you probably got laid up, didn't you?
Oh, my gosh. I'm not playing with him again.
Hey, at least you guys had fun. That's all that matters.
Oh, yeah. It was, and the stream, it was pretty funny. 8-Ball said the same thing he says all the time, so he really didn't surprise me. But it was fun. It was fun talking to people, and it was a good Friday night.
That's all that matters, man. It's all about having fun. We can't be all stressed out about stocks all the time.
No, and actually, that rants guy, when I made that video, I ended up taking it down because he said, even though he's against AMC, he said that some stuff that I said was inaccurate, so I took it down. But his people, he played my video, and his people's been keep commenting, saying that basically, you know what people say about how AMC's blah, blah, blah. And nobody's going to convince me that all the DD I've done in the past year, that I'm wrong. I'm holding till the highest mountain or the lowest valley. I want to be rich, but if it goes the other way, as long as my kids have a fair market when they grow up, I'm fine.
I'm in the same boat, man. Like, it's a retirement account for me. I'm holding until it either squeezes or goes broke. And I think the squeeze is more likely than not likely. So,
and that's what I think too. Like a lot of people, they get scared, right? Because everybody says, "Oh, look, the price is going down. People are selling. People are selling. People are selling." But in my opinion, maybe people at the top could be selling. I don't know, right? But to those people who are selling at the top, I just want you to know the bottom has not fallen out because we know what we got down here. Yeah, I'll just leave 100%. It at that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Man, I forgot what I was going to say. Who was that was just talking? That voice sounds familiar.
That's Mediocre Trader.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, okay. But yeah,
I'll join the call for you guys.
I don't see them screwing retail because they've been begging retail to get in because, like I said, retail is considered dumb money. They make so much money off of retail. I don't see them screwing us. I think they are lucky as hell that we're still here after what happened last January, in my opinion.
No, I agree. 100%. I'm surprised. Like, after all this goes down, if they don't fix the market, I wouldn't be surprised if people left the market for good.
Froggy, bring me up.
Yeah,
buddy.
I see a bunch. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, mediocre.
Mediocre, do you want the mic?
Just bring me up there. I'm not going to talk on there, but just bring me up so I'm up top if you could.
Okay.
Oh, well, I just heard him talking. I kept interrupting. I let John interrupt him. But yeah, I mean, just let's go. Here we go.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's go. That's what I'm waiting for is that money.
And I think, I mean, payment for order flow is already banned in so many countries. I think it is we are a greedy fucking country, so maybe it won't ever be banned here. But I think payment for order flows days are numbered, and at worst case scenario, that will be what sets it off. In my humble, hardworking man's opinion.
Hey, I like that because I'm waiting for the fall of the payment for order flow too. I'd rather be paying $10 a trade and get what we asked for than give him our trades, do the payment for order flow thing, and then have them monkey with it the way they're doing. Like when I buy something, I expect to have it back that day or whenever I purchase it, not weeks later.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea how does it even make sense at all that a market maker can be short on a stock, and a market maker can have a dark pool, which I understand dark pools, but you can't have one person that has access one.
You're cutting out, Tendy.
Hi, Miss Harris. Good morning or good afternoon. How are you?
Hello, good morning. I see Deb, can you DM Froggy EDI? Will you please inbox Froggy? Deb, she's in the chat. DEDI. Please inbox Froggy if you can.
Is she here?
She's down in the chat. I see her. She's in the chat.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Debbie, make sure you send me a message. I wanted to get in contact with you. You're a Diamond member, and I wanted to make sure I got with you for doing one-on-one training. So all Diamond members get one-on-one training. I want to make sure I got you in on that. So I did get a question by Jeffrey. It says, hey, Jeremy, do you use the heat map to show where buyers are waiting to jump in? I did see the heat map. I wasn't sure if that actually indicated where buyers are waiting to jump in. It just looked like it was just the heat map showing whether the prices are up or down. It didn't look like it had an indicator of people waiting to buy in. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you know about the heat map, mediocre?
Sorry, I was reading Jay's chat. Sorry, Jay. Just do your food shopping. Don't worry about the channel. Now, what was your question?
Jeffrey says, do you use the heat map to show where buyers are waiting to jump in? I seen the heat map, but I didn't think it was an indicator saying buyers were jumping in. I thought it was just it was indicating like whether it was red or green. I didn't think it had any indication of buyers.
I use Thinkorswim, so they don't really have a heat map on Thinkorswim. I just go by what my chart says. Really, I check volume and all that, and I use my support and resistance level, neckline breaks and stuff like that. How I check for a breakout. But are you talking about heat map? Are you talking about that like on Webull they have the thing where it shows all the different colors of what's going on in the market? Is that what you're talking about?
I think that's what he's talking about. Jeff, is that what you're talking about? We'll have to wait and see. He'll reply back. Just give him a second.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, but as far as that heat map stuff, I mean, I have Webull, but I rarely open up Webull unless I'm going to mess with some Bitcoin or something. To be honest, I don't. I'm not really a fan. I don't hate it, but I don't use it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with seeing what the whole market looks like, but I mean, it's a good way to pick out a single stock if you want to like look at one. And because I have a list too, and they're just vertical, and I can just look down and see the percentages of gains and losses, and I can find the oversold, and I can just pick it and then buy it when it's oversold. And the heat map, it's basically the same thing, except for it's like a more of a visual format where it shows you a bunch of little red dots and or blocks or whatever kind of format you want. There's different formats and stuff, and I mean, it's neat to look at to show the whole breadth of the market. But I mean, you can look at the DXY and you can tell the whole market's going to be up or down just off of that. So I trade off of that, which is, I mean, when your dollar is going up, your stocks are going down.
Yeah, you could set a watch list, which is the same thing. Basically, that's what Jeremy was just saying. You set a watch list, it can show you, like, even Thinkorswim has watch lists. It's a little different than other ones, but it just tells you percentage up or down on the stocks that you're interested in, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you want to have too, is at least one watch list. There's like two different stocks that you want to be looking at. There's like the solid guaranteed ones that if you're going to day trade, you watch those, and then your main plays that you're probably invested in, you'll keep those off the other side. Because depending on if you're on a phone, some people get lag if you have like 50 stocks on your watch list. So you switch over to the other one where it has like all your investments, which might be 5 to 10, 2, 1, who knows. But sometimes it's nicer to watch it with a smaller list, so you don't have to keep scrolling up and down and through or whatever. But to each their own. You can always customize everything to what you want.
So Jeff, oh, you got it?
Yeah, Jeffrey says, did you see the massive buy wall at 18, but wasn't sure if it had changed? Was there a buy wall at 18?
Well, it's basically, let me open up Thinkorswim. Hang on a second. I don't have nothing open today. I'll pull it up and I'll look at the chart.
I can't go in the order book to go see it to confirm it, but if there was a buy wall there, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. There should be buy walls in there, and if it was at 18, that's a good thing. That might mean the bottom.
I can tell you that there is a volume level at around that price, because that's where I get my support and resistance lines from.
Yeah.
By that volume indicator, which basically says that volume indicator, what it tells me is the majority of stock purchase on a specific day was purchased at around that price, right? So it gives a price where the majority of the shares were bought, and then anywhere in that general area is where shares were bought. So that's why it doesn't have to be perfectly on that line, but that's why those lines are pretty accurate. Let me log in here.
BG says, market maker not short the stock. They are short the ETF.
Yeah, I think they're short on a lot of ETFs.
It might be right. I don't know what their limits are.
Track.
Yeah, I don't know what their limits are. I just thought they could actually short both just because of the fact that they're allowed exemptions on everything. So they can do pretty much what everybody can do and some. What's going on, Brazil? How you doing, man? Definitely like those diamonds you got there.
Yeah, I got 18, 19, 18, 20, but they pushed it down to 18, 13-ish, I guess. Let me go to the 5-minute and look.
I got asked to look up TKAT.
Go for it.
So we're going to take a look here. It does look like it was overpriced at some point here, and it looked like it was coming back down to become more normal valued. But the buy check mark popped up, which is kind of interesting. It's leading me to believe that we're already gold crossed on the 2-hour, and we are. But then there's a sell check mark. That's interesting. I'm going to have to dig a little bit further out there to see. Let me see. It's coming off the bottom. It looks like it's bouncing on the daily, which is good. Let me go to the Darkpool real quick and see what they got in there before I go and make a call on this one. They're actually selling, so they're trying to push the stock price down while it's running up. So that's what they're trying to do. Whether they can pull it off or not, that's a good question.
All right, I'm going to actually share my screen when you get a second. Let me pull it up. I'll get it ready.
Okay, so I got 1, 2. There's a chance it can come back down to 372 because the 2 hour is actually showing sell off, and it's actually overpowering the 30-minute. 4 hours gold cross, so we got continuance. I don't think it's going to stay down very long. I think it's moving upward more. But we'll have to see because it doesn't have a bottom established yet. There's a buy signal check right here at 388, and it's on an uptrend. I'm willing to bet this one continues to go higher. I just looked at it both ways. You got to play devil's advocate with stuff and look at it in both ways on which way it could go. And it does look like you're setting up a support here. It's in an uptrend anyways, but it looks like it's pulling up more, but I think it's horizontal at this point. It's about to pop back up and try to get back up to the 440. It needs a double top before it can actually come down. In theory, I mean, you could do a head and shoulders kind of thing too, which is still 24.26 or 426, but I think it's going to go higher. So we'll see where that goes from there. What did you have pulled up?
I got AMC on the 5 minute just so I can kind of explain because they asked about Tyler Wilson's indicator, but I just want to point out that I use a volume indicator and it kind of gives me the same thing. So this line is where the majority of the shares were bought, but anywhere in this green box, shares were bought. There was a lot of volume in that area. So he said there was a buy wall at 1802 or something like that, right? And if you look at the bottom of my box here, it's 1803 right here. So it pushed down below my box and got pushed right back up. So I would say, yeah. You know what I mean? And that's why I have this box. That's why I use supply and demand zones, right? So I can see like that. That is another resistance level. It's a hard resistance level to break below. It's hard resistance level to break up into that box. But once you're in that box, it comes to my line here most of the time. As you can see, it's on the line here. It's on the line all right here. You know, it pushed down below hard through here, came into this box and recovered back up onto this line. That's just how I trade. But he probably has an indicator that tells him the same information. I don't know what it is, but I just wanted to show that. I would say, yes, there is probably a buy wall there.
Wolfie AMC GME says, I just want to stop by and show some support. Just waiting on a friend to finish their business. Great video with Boss Froggy. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
So, yeah, somebody wanted you to look up a ticker yesterday, Jeremy, BOLK. I believe that's the one.
BOLK.
It was a joke.
I was going to say.
It was a joke.
It actually came up, which is weird.
That's funny stuff.
Let me see here.
Sanjay was giving me a hard time the other day in a live stream.
Oh, yeah, I see. That's where you got that from.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, here's one for you right there. Jeffrey says, what's that indicator called?
I have it labeled as something else, and I don't remember the actual name of it, but anybody who has Thinkorswim, I'll give them my mine so they can find it, because I renamed it. I renamed it volume, supply, and demand zones. But if it's a script in Thinkorswim, right? Like you can't just go into Thinkorswim and go find it in the drop downs because it's not there, right? Somebody actually wrote the script. But if you search volume, supply, and demand zones, there's several of them. But I'll be happy to share my Thinkorswim stuff, no problem. So you can end up with it.
For anybody that's over on Space Call right now, if you want to watch me over on live stream, I'm on YouTube right now. You can check me out there. It's Froggystyles. It's me, a mediocre trader. So you can go ahead and check that out. You can actually see what we're actually pulling up on the charts if you want to. That's up to you. We got Liz says, what do you think drove SBFM Sunshine BioLife stock down 50%? Wow, that's a hit.
I didn't hear about it, so let's see what we're looking at.
Oh, I got smacked. Let me pull it up here.
You got it, Jeff.
Well, there's two things that happen here. If you notice, there was a pump in the after hours and then the dump pre-market. So they were playing with the stock, obviously. And whenever you do something like that, it stirs up volatility or volume. And that's what happened is you got 2x volume. So you got extra movement that probably shouldn't have been there. So it's technically oversold right now. Now, whether it comes back up, I don't know. I'm looking at that 819 price. But anytime there's a run up on a stock like that, if there's no news on it for why it ran up or whatever, be certain that it's going to probably come back down for no reason too. So there always has to be a fundamental reason why it goes up. And if not, it goes into a correction. And I don't know what caused it to go up or down, but it is kind of weird that there was like a pre or an aftermarket and a pre-market reaction. So as you can see here, volume and everything's kind of light. Oh, it's actually jumped up before. I guess that's what it does. Yes, something happened. Probably somebody putting out some bad information on it or something. But it ran up first, which is the weird part. Jeffrey says Tyler Wilson uses an actual program. I'll have to go check out what it's called. But when it shows green lines and red lines where buys and sells are sitting and waiting, I don't know what IE means. Waiting, I don't know, and buy and sell walls. So I'm thinking he's meaning on his chart. Is that what he's saying? That there's a heat map where it's telling you where you should buy and sell to try to make like life easier kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. I'm going to go try and look for it on his videos later, but I don't know.
I know people like to use those indicators that go and give you like buy and sell signals, and it's all good if you already know how to trade them, and they just kind of confirm your thought process. You don't want to base everything off of like an indicator like that, because if it's wrong, you get smoked. You want to be able to figure it out on your own and then use the indicator as a confirmation to know that you're doing the right thing.
All right, just another layer of confirmation.
Yeah. Froggystyles, do you like TradingView 100%? I use it all the time.
Someone in the chat is asking why no one is talking about the OTC for the squeeze. It's an indicator.
OTC indicator?
I don't know.
Let me pull it up.
Yes. Let me read it to you. He says, what does he say? It is A1. Why is no one talking about the OTC market during the squeeze?
Oh, the over-the-counter market?
Yeah.
I've been wondering about that. Jeff just mentioned that, and I was going to talk about that. Was like one of the next two questions.
Okay.
Where he says, can you speak about the issue of people saying that AMC shares are being hidden on the OTC market? My understanding of what that is the ticker would have been delisted on the OTC market to be able to be traded there, I think is what he was saying. True or false? I actually don't know anything about that yet, so I'll have to look into it. But it's not supposed to be there last I knew.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Let me see if we got another question here. How low can we drop next week? If there's a buy wall at 18, I would say 18 is the support. I'm going to pull that up real quick here just to double check to see if we had any kind of buying pressure at 18. Oh yeah, 18 is pretty close to it. So 18.10 roughly.
What's the next support level below that, just so we can give them something in case? I mean, I could go look if you want, but that's what people need to understand. Like, if it breaks 18, right? There's another support level, probably 17 and change. I don't know what it is because I'm not looking at it, but you know what I mean. It has to break support levels. If it's going to hold at a support level, plain and simple. That's where it's going to go. I don't know for sure, you know what I mean? But I think 18 is a strong support level.
Yeah, I would think it is because it double touched before off of that. So it should be a pretty solid number. Let me see what else we got here.
They don't have too much puts in the money, right?
I think they got a small stack. It's like 22,000, which is way more than I would want, but it's not very many. I mean, we could take a small dip in the morning and then bounce off of that. But I mean, obviously we're going to hit that wall pretty hard until, hopefully the wall holds up because we don't need to break through that in any which way.
See what they borrow in the morning, right?
Yeah, that would make a big difference.
DA says, you guys killed it last night.
Yeah, that was definitely a good stream. I'd like to do that one again. Yeah, if you see any other questions that you want to pull out, just go ahead and grab it.
I'm looking. I don't see nothing at the moment. Anybody got any questions in the Twitter space call?
Yeah, Brent, Miss Harris, is there anybody over there that's got a question? Or do you have any questions coming in?
Yes, hold on. I was sending Jim. Hold on a sec. I'm sorry. Someone mentioned a wash sale. What is a wash sale, please?
I read this the other day. You want to do it or you want me to do it?
Oh, you can get this one. I'm not very familiar with wash sales, but I do know it has something to do with a loss and how it's like played.
Yeah. So if you take a loss on a position, you can't really take if you go back into that position before 30 days is up, then you basically can't write that loss off on your taxes or something. It's called a wash sale. That's from what I understand of it. But if you Google it, I think I have it already Googled. Nope, not there. Because I Googled it for somebody the other day. I don't know what I did with it. Washout rules.
Jeff Miner says you can only claim a loss every 30 days. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, here it is right here. The wash sale rule is an Internal Revenue Service regulation that prevents a taxpayer from taking a tax deduction for security sold in a wash sale. The rule defines a wash sale as one that occurs with an individual when an individual sells or trades a security at a loss and within 30 days before or after this sale buys of substantial identical stock or security or acquires a contract or option to do so. So it wipes out your loss basically, so you can't claim that loss on your taxes. I believe that's what it's saying, in my opinion. I would do more investigation on that. You can Google it. It's on Investopedia.com as well.
Cool Runner says we got to get rich next week. Boy, it would be nice. I know it's coming. It's just a matter of like when is it going to happen? I know Boss once was talking about that thing where that made it run up back in like June and January, and I'm kind of hoping he's right about it because he's saying that March 3rd if it plays, or not March, June 3rd if it plays out right, which is kind of weird. Lou said March 3rd, and Boss Once is talking about June 3rd. That's kind of weird that Boss Once is backing his up with an actual receipt, though. There's something totally different. There's actually a thing put in place for that. And like there should be, if it's going to happen, it will start running up about 3 weeks prior to June 3rd, if it's going to start running up.
TF Hater says, I'm new. Wanted to thank Froggy, Mediocre, Ms. Harris, and community for all the DD, theory, and execution of information you all provide.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Mr. Hater, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
Hater is
Okay.
a hatter.
I don't know, I can't read it. I got a bad eye, guys.
Greek or however it is, I don't know his name because it's wrote in some type of way. I can't read it. He wants to request to say something. Someone in the space call. I don't know what his name is.
Yeah.
You want to answer him, or you have Viper? I see Viper's in here.
Yeah,
One of your partners from State Radio. Do you want to answer Iraq, or what would you like?
We can give him the mic and see what he has to say.
Okay. Here you go, Iraq. Go ahead, sir. You're welcome, or ma'am, you're welcome to ask the panel a question.
Welcome. Can you speak Arabic?
No, sir, they do not speak that language. They do not speak your language. I'm sorry. Can you get someone to translate for you in English, if possible?
What? No, speak Arabic, speak Urdu, speak.
No, I'm sorry. I apologize, sir. No one on the panel does.
Cool Runner says, what do you think about Sundial, Mulan, and GME? Have call for 414.
I'm not seeing that one yet.
I think Sundial is kind of in a rough spot, but I think they make money. I don't dislike the stock. I think that they're being attacked by short sellers. So they got a rough road because they're either going to have to file for a stock split, a reverse split on the stock, if they don't get the earnings out from Alcana before they need 10 days above $1, or they're going to have to do a reverse split, I think. And that's the problem with the Sundial. I'm not sure about Mulan or GME. Maybe Froggy could do that.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. For a 414 play, I mean, that's kind of risky. It does look like you're kind of at the top of the curve right now. There's no guarantee it's going to bounce at this point, but it does look like it should be bouncing. Whether it does or not, I mean, that's going to be the question. And with you only having a week left, I mean, you almost need to get this bounce to pop back up to 275. Let me pull it up here on the screen. So right now, it's typically a breakout, which it looks like a complete trend breakout with that big candle with the volume ramp. You're going into your first dip. Now you might get one more shot where it'll pop back up at 277, but right now it's holding on that line. There's no guarantee it's going to go back up, but typically it does do 2 or 3 bounces. So, I mean, it's a risk that you'll have to take at this point because it looks like it's trying to softly land, which means it will bounce. It's oversold right now on the 15. It's consolidating on the 5. So that 50-50 shot right here, because I can't tell if it's supposed to be in this wedge or this little, that's this old support. Yeah, it's either going to break up above 252 or it's going to get pushed down. I think it's going to go higher, but I don't want to say for sure because it's acting very algorithmic like AMC did, where it ran up and then it came right back down the same way. And then we haven't found the bottom or turned up yet. So, I mean, wait until Monday. It'll point to a direction. And if you get to go up, you'll make money. If not, I mean, just cut it there and save yourself any kind of losses.
Yeah, I think Sundial's tough. It bounced on the 56-cent mark, but it might be able to get back up to 57.50-ish, possibly. But I wouldn't expect too much out of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Now we got GME here. As you can see, we got a real nice double bottom. It's in a nice clean wedge, pretty much. We're just waiting to see if it's going to honor that support, which is sitting at 142.57. And then if you can get that break to where it ends up moving up to, let me find our numbers. If you can get to where it moves back up to 152.17, you can break out of this wedge and start heading back up. Let me check the 2-hour time frame to see if there's anything in there. That actually looks like a perfect wedge. Like a real clean wedge. Consolidating. Volume's dropping. So, I mean, when it pops out, it's going to end up popping up because it's technically oversold. So, and I think you're still weekly gold cross. So that's definitely a good thing too. Daily death cross. But that's usually what happens when it pops up. Popped up out. Death cross, go into a bounce. Yeah, we'll be waiting for it to break out of that wedge. If you can get that break out of there, head up to 152, I think it'll go much higher. Let me see what else we got going on here.
I was looking at a different screen.
Oh. What's my thoughts on ATER? Let me pull that one up too. Looks like it's oversold on the 30-minute. We'll go to the 2-hour time frame here. It's looking overbought on that time frame. Second bounce in a small channel, but not sure if it's a channel or not. There's a lot of money coming into it, that's for sure. See right here, we got the cash flows popping in there. Why it's running up. That's definitely a good thing. Weekly's looking pretty hot too. Yeah, there might be potential here for it to pop up. I'm thinking it's gonna bounce and head back up to $5, but we'll have to see how that goes. You got your buy check mark here, trend line right there. resistance line right there. So I mean, when it pops up, if it crosses over that 508 line, then you'll definitely go higher. But I think it's going to go up. I think it's going to bounce here and head back up to 5, which is pretty nice. That one has a long way to go back up there. It's been beaten a little bit too much. You got any more questions over there?
No, there's nothing really going on in the chat at the moment. I've been looking.
All right.
Miss Harris?
Hold on. Something happened. She ended up losing the mic.
Yes, okay. I have one that says Froggy. Does every share have a certificate number attached to it?
They used to. I don't know about these digital ones. I don't think they do, but that's probably part of the reason why there's a big problem, because we got digits in our account. We can't prove that they're actually a share, and eventually they're going to have to end up becoming a share. So
Okay, so the Froggy, does my broker have my permission to loan out my shares?
it depends if you're on a margin account, or I think Robinhood, I think you can't get around it. I think they trick you in like every which way. Yeah, it depends on your broker. Technically, if you're on a cash account, they can't.
Can someone see what Montreal is saying in the chat? Montreal. He's the last one. Montreal in the chat. What are you saying?
Oh, let me get down there. Almost there. YouTubers can say everything each day. Blah,
Blah, blah.
is AMC will mow ass a few days before GME stock split with GME2. Hedge funds will never wait. GME is done with the split. Might be right. I mean, I'm looking at that split being the catalyst, but the vote goes in, from what I understand, what is that, June 9th? So I wonder how long after things will go into effect. So definitely good.
Do you want to give us a date? I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything. I'm just saying, like, you know, we don't usually give dates. That's not what I do, because I don't know when it's going to happen. It could. You're right. That is a catalyst that could send it up. I do not disagree with you. But as for me, I just read charts, man.
Yeah, I honestly think that the split will make a big difference. Ryan Cohen, what he's doing right there is definitely going to shake them. And Ryan Cohen's not stupid either. So obviously it's being done that way for a reason. And that might be the last thing that needs to be done. I don't know. No, I hope it is. Man, I'd love this play to come to an end. You know what I mean? Get a big rip. Everybody gets happy, gets out of the market, does whatever they're doing, pay off all their bills, their house, whatever. I mean, that's what I want to see. Everybody finally get what they deserve.
Yeah, I like what Boss Blunt said about that last night, you know, about he still thinks that we'll get paid, you know. And I do too, but what I mean by that is, like, how he was talking about the digital dollar and stuff like that, and that we'll still get paid and all that. I was just afraid that they've just crashed the dollar and tell us to piss off because they don't want to give up their wealth. But how can they do that without a revolt? That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
No, I agree 100%. I think they're in trouble because they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Why don't they just be like legit and pay the people like we won? We already won, but they didn't want to give it to us. So they're just playing games. But or POCUS, HS or POCUS, says June 3rd executive order, which is the thing that Boss Blunts was talking about last night. June 9th is result of the split decision on GME. So they're both pretty close time frame. June 3rd could be the first catalyst, and that split could be the second one. So I don't know how long after the vote would go through that they would take it into effect, but I still believe by 4th of July, I think this thing should come and go and be done.
In a very basic way, I just want to say this in my eyes, right? I think that AMC. I'm only speaking about AMC because I can't. I don't have a lot of information on GameStop because I'm not in that play, but I don't disagree with what they're doing either. But I'm going to say that as far as AMC is, I think, in my opinion, it's worth between $25 and $30. Right? It's been there in the past. You know, they're not going bankrupt. There's a lot of things like that going for it. Okay, so for me, if I choose to be this is where I get pissed off, right? If I choose to be a long-term investor in AMC, that's my business, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So they have no right to tell me I have to sell because the price is down or any of that bullshit, okay? I'm not going to sell it because to me, I'm a long-term investor in a company that I support and believe it's worth $25 to $30. It's that simple. If it skyrockets, hey, even better, I win, right? If not, but if they think I'm going to sell at a lower price just so they can get out of their mistake, it's never going to happen.
Nope.
I'm just going to leave it at that.
They wouldn't give us money back, so we should just bankrupt them all.
Agreed.
I mean, how many people have they been ripping off this entire time? Now they want leniency. They don't deserve none of it. They should be in jail, to be honest.
What's up, Cam?
Can you
I see you
tell
in the chat.
next week coming ahead for the week ahead?
We can look at it, but it's Max Payne's really not too important until about Thursday, Friday. You can look at it like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to get an idea of where it might be going. But I'll pull it up for AMC just to get an idea of what Monday might look like. But the options aren't even laid out too well for that day yet. I guess they are laid down pretty good. We got 18 to 19, so it's 18.50 plus or minus 50 cents, which is pretty decent. But you know they're going to have to move it one or the other way just to go and tease the market.
Hey, Froggy. Hey, Diva. Hey, Mediocre. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on,
How you
man?
doing, buddy?
Hey, I just wanted to say, no dates, right? I'm basically even on my cost basis for GME. I'm around 118 and some change, and AMC I'm around, I believe, 1860 something and some change. I don't have a lot of shares. I'm holding, right? I'm just a X holder for each. I know there's some people that have hundreds or thousands. That's great, right? I believe also, I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about, retail when we got that money back from the CARES Act, the stimulus stuff, was pumped into the market, right? Everybody didn't have a job. They were told to close, especially me. I have my own business. There might be another wave. I don't know, and don't take this as financial advice, but I believe because of refunds getting back from tax returns and stuff like that, there might be a little small bump in people's revenue, income of coming back, and they might put that back into this play, perhaps. This is all speculation. And we might see another bump in buying, and that's that's in between April, I believe, the date for your tax returns that is due, which is, I believe, April 18th or 19th. I'm not sure. And then obviously you got to wait for the federal government to pay you and deposit that into your bank account. So that's another wave of income. And I think some people might use that money into buying their favorite meme stocks, right? And so that's another ramp of buying from the retail investors. I personally, I listened to you guys' podcast yesterday with Boss, right? It was a great stream. It was wonderful. I learned some stuff. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And I know Boss does a lot of GDs. And for me to take that and put that into my trading portfolio, me personally and stuff like that. This is not financial advice. No, please don't listen to what I have to say. Me personally, I'm waiting to but we all know this too, right? People are going to buy into the GameStop so they can get their 3-for-1 or whatever shares, right? Before that time comes. We don't know the date yet. Obviously, no one knows. It's not announced yet. I'm always the options guy on the side of holding my shares, just like Bloss. When he said he always has his shares, he never trades them. I'm exactly like him. I always have a few options just for that run up. Okay, I don't buy puts on AMC and GME personally. This is just me. If you're a day trader, you can do that. Whatever you got. But I always have call options just in case of a squeeze. And remember, call options have expiration dates, so you can take those. For me, if I make a gain, I'm going to take that gain, buy more shares, or roll my contracts over, like what Froggy does sometimes with his contracts, right? So that's another catalyst for me too. And remember, there's always consolidation after a little bump or a bounce off the stock. You look at the chart history-wise, there's always like that because people have to sell their contract, and most people sell their contract. They don't exercise it because they're too expensive, and most retail don't have $5,000, $10,000 just to exercise those 100 shares, right? Especially when the stock is $150, $140. Even if AMC is $20, I mean that's 100 shares of that. That's a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
So like 10% is going to exercise. The rest of them, then now their risk as a short hedge fund is less once these expiration dates, because every time you see Friday comes around, which is I call them option Fridays, they want us not to be in the money.
Exactly.
The less risk they can have, the better for the next week. And obviously, there's always going to be failure to deliver because they haven't delivered crap to us for a long time. Yet those bounces that AMC went up 45 and GME went up 25 that day, those were covering. They did cover, but they didn't cover all, And they know that once they ran up like that, there's new option strikes that people are going to be like, I'm going to YOLO this and be a degen and be out of the money, knowing that these cycles it's not on those dates, right? So, and you do weeklies, you're dead. I mean, that's just if you're lucky, you're lucky. But the chances of you getting in the money of a 510 or 310 for GME, you're not going to hit that. I mean, they hit that, and what did they do to us? They halted us, right? Because they know that's a bigger risk for them. So obviously, some more effery, and don't be discouraged because we dropped what? We dropped $50, and she dropped 50%. That's huge. That's huge on your portfolio. When retail sees their portfolio from 30,000 to 15 or whatever it is, 5,000 to 2,500, that hurts, right? It hurts, and they want us to take the morale.
Yeah, it's mind games.
Emotions out of display and be like, I'm done. I've been in this for freaking 16 months or whatever it is. I'm done. They can't handle it, and that's what they want to do. But I think most of us that have been here for long enough know that, this is a game that they're playing, and it's a chess game, and it's whoever's going to get checkmate is going to be the loser. And an analogy from that one video a long time ago where there was this guy saying, there's two players in the chess game. And when the game is over and the person that wins knows that person is going to win, and the person that's going to lose knows that person is going to lose, but they keep doing moves to prolong that loss. And I think that's what the hedge funds is doing, is they're prolonging their loss because they know they're going to lose. And that's all I have to say. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, do you think we're winning? And you just answered it right at the end of your statement. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do a shout out to Cam, CS Trades in chat there. How you doing, man? Yeah, everything you said was right on point. Like, options is a tricky thing, though. One thing I worry about people doing with options is like getting tricked into doing them and not knowing how to even trade and trying to do options. It's like you could make money on them, but if you're sitting on them too long and you're not making money, you're just giving money away, and that's one problem. And I do worry about stuff like that. I have no problems with people trading options. Just make sure you know what you're doing before you do it.
I totally agree, man. I mean, my portfolio right now is 80% shares and 20% gambling. I call it gambling because that's what we're doing, right? With options, we're gambling. And so you can minimize your gambling by taking a small loss, recouping, and using that money that you're gambling with. I never gamble my shares. I always leave my shares there. I don't touch them. I buy more. I bought more on Friday on the dip. I only buy AMC. I couldn't afford a GME, but you know how that goes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's just my personal trading. I don't want my trading to be like, oh, this is what he's doing, I'm going to do it. Please don't take that advice at all. And this is not financial advice. But that's just me because I really want to say options can make you or they can break you. And I've lost tons of money. I don't know any trader in the options game that has lost money or that has won money 100% of the time. They just don't. No one does.
It's
right?
tough.
I lose money sometimes.
Yeah, you expect to lose about 25% because of timing and stuff, or the market irregularities.
People don't understand. Right, and people don't understand. Like, well, I hit my strike price. Okay, well, how long have you had this option? And please consider the fact that this theta decay, which every day you minus your premium, and a lot of people don't understand that the market makers are taking your premium every day. Like just like for analogy, you go to a card room and you play poker, right? Every hand, the house gets a portion of that hand. It's just the same thing, right? And options is kind of like that. Every day you're losing a percentage of your premium to theta decay, and you just have to really minimize your risk management. I've gotten greedy to where like it's gone up 500% and I didn't pull out, and I'm like, oh man, it's gonna keep going up. Next thing you know, and you guys can see, GME can go down $5 in like 2 seconds, right? And so now you're down, 100%. Now you only have 400% or 350% gain, and you're like, damn, I should have kept that. I would have kept my $500 or this and that. It's tough, guys, and I'm not perfect in it, and just be very careful, and if you guys are playing options. So yeah, that's all I have to say, guys.
Yeah, options are fun for me. I like it because I win probably like 80% of the time. And it could just be luck. It could be timing. It could be just experience. But like I said, the times I lose, it's a minor amount. The times I gain all of what I would have lost on them like 20% of the time. So that's why I play it, because it seems like I'm always doing better than, like I'm doing more wins than losses, and it pays out.
I've only really lost when I try to do like home run stuff, like I'm trying to predict, you know what I mean? If I don't predict and I go with what is going on the chart, I usually win, you know what I mean? But when you swing for a home run, like I did with AMC, for example, for earnings, I tried to play earnings and the Batman movie, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they kind of knew what was going to happen. People were going to do that, right? So I lost. But, I wouldn't recommend trying to play YOLO home run plays, because I don't think that's going to help anybody. But if you know options and stuff like that, you could do pretty good with them. Not financial advice, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah, mediocre. I lost on AMC earnings for options too, man. It was tough.
Yeah, I took a big hit on it, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie. I put it out there because you know, it is what it is. You know, if I'm transparent about it, because you can lose a lot of money if you know.
Mhm.
So whatever.
Well, that's why I only put in like 250 a week. Then whatever I make off of it, I bank all of it, and then I bring more money in the following week, and I just put it up. So I don't worry about, like, if I lose 250, it's only 250. But if I gain, I mean, then I'm usually double or more depending on what I do. And then, like I said, I just put it away and just keep it. I only do 2 to 3 trades max per week. But for the last week and a half, with all these dips that were going on, I didn't play nothing. I just sat out and put my raw money straight to AMC. And I did that because I didn't see any real deals that I wanted to play. I felt the market was too shaky. I didn't trust it, so I sat out.
Yeah,
And
there
sometimes
wasn't any.
you gotta know when to basically hold them and fold them, and that's pretty much it.
Hey, can I say one more thing about what I did last week? And this is my last thing I'm going to say. So what I bought in was calls for SST when it dipped down to $18, right after that run up to 30.
Yeah.
And this was just a gut feeling. I didn't do any DD on it. I mean, I did some, but not a lot. Okay, I don't do TA. I don't do any of that. So this is just a gut feeling. So I bought calls. And I was at one point up, I believe it was 1,000%. Okay, and then I woke up late, you guys. I woke up at 7:00 Friday morning, but the day prior I did sell off. I had 5 calls. I did sell off 3. Got a gain on that because you have to take profit. You don't know when it's going to dip down again because that's so volatile. It's a volatile stock, and so. You know, the next day I was like, okay, I have 2 left. I'm going to let it run off my house money. So it ran up to 34, 36 or something like that. And it dropped right back down when it hit that, right at close to opening. I woke up at 7:00. So that 30 minutes I lost hundreds of percentage on my option.
Yeah.
I was so mad. I was so upset, right? And later on that day, Friday, it kept consolidating. And I sold my last for a game. But from 1,000 to 400%, that's a 600% loss. Well, not loss, but drop for me, and I was so upset. So you guys, it can happen in a split second. So
Yep.
just be very careful. If you don't have time to look at your option at work, just be very careful or do a stop loss or something like that. Please learn it. It's not easy. Oh man, this guy made 1,000%. No, I didn't make 1,000%. I could have,
Yeah.
but I didn't, right? And so yeah, it was a gain for me. But and then what did I do with that money? I wouldn't buy calls for AMC.
Yeah. See, like what I did was I was going to sit out until the market stabilized again, and at the very end of Thursday, I was like, man, Tesla looks like it's overbought. So I went in, got a put, let it drop back down, collected some money, bought calls right after it, and wrote it back up a little bit. But I'm kind of waiting to see if it's going to continue to push back up. But that's kind of the ebb and flow of the market. And I pick big stocks just because they're easier to read. And I'd rather make less on a solid play that you can predict it easier than play something risky, like a risky stock. Like AMC and GME are technically ones you don't want to try to day trade it because their patterns aren't exactly easy to get. They have to correlate with something else like the overall market.
Right, and my calls, my calls for AMC isn't YOLOing into weeklies, right? They're expiring on the 29th, so
Yeah.
I got about 3 weeks on them, and I usually don't like to play 3 weeks. I like to play a month out, just from data decay. So, and yeah, I'm negative on it right now. Obviously, it dropped when I bought it at like 18.50. So having a few calls dropping 20, 40 cents. You're going to be down like, or 40, 50% is going to be dropped to like 27%, right? So I'm down 25% on my calls right now, but I have time. Well,
Right.
not a lot, but 3 weeks to me isn't a lot, right? So, but but for me, with options in these plays, my thinking is it keeps that hedging where if it does go in the money, to have to hedge for that, right? So, and also, you know, with their puts, you know, their puts expire too. And they do longer puts, and I get that. But it still gives a little delta hedging for them. Whatever I can do, I'll try to do. You know, I don't have any calls with GME right now because I can't afford it, but I do have a few calls with AMC from the games that do it off SST.
Yeah, like one thing I'm gonna be looking at is this week we're still technically in a gold cross on the weekly, and we need a decent little run this week in order to hold that momentum. So if we get a small bounce back this week, we can count last week as the correction for the weekly, and it would be a very bullish thing if we got a nice pop this week and got back up to even 25 or 30. So I'm hoping the trend doesn't reverse on that weekly. So, because I'm kind of looking forward to seeing where it goes after this week.
Yeah, I mean, going back to 25 or 30 is great. That's a you know, that's a large percentage gain, right? In terms of percentage gain in the stock price. And if it does, you know, options are printing and they're going to sell off. Stock's going to go back down a little bit because there's nothing right now in the OPEC or ETFs or maybe market maker rebalancing on Tuesday, but I don't know, right? We just don't know what they're going to do, or they're going to kick it down the road again. But and all my options are on guts. You know, I don't highly recommend you guys ever doing that, or anybody listening to this doing that. This is my personal trading, and so yeah, I mean, you know, it's going to step up. You know, we just, you know, we're not selling. That's the thing. No one's selling, and we know this is just manipulation, and they know that. Eventually, they're going to have to cover. It might pop up another 30-40% in a day, hopefully, but they were really scared off of $30, $34. They were really scared of that number.
Oh, they attacked it. They quickly turned that momentum right around. So that's obviously a bad number for them.
Because their risks for it that's been dragging on has been lower and lower, right? If you do technical analysis, you see a chart Froggy, I know you do that.
Yep.
If you ever see that flag, it's just that it's a lower and lower number for them because it's risking a risker the more they drag this on. So if we pop through that line, that triangle line or whatever, consolidating downward trend triangle, if we pop through that line, that's scary for them. They don't want us to have that.
Right. I agree. I think it's still going to come to a head anyways, because they can't stop it forever.
I hope you're right on that.
I'm just jacked for June. That's all I have to say, guys. I'm just jacked for June, man. So I'm getting in position, you know, before then, and that's just me. And I hope everybody does great on their freaking their shares, man. You know.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Something did change up on that pattern. It does seem like we're in a new pattern. That weird thing that we just had with, what was it, like 8 straight days running up, then 8 straight days running back down. That's not normal. So if that's the new pattern, I mean, it looks aggressive already, and we're just getting started. So
yeah, nothing is normal about these plays, right? We all know that. So, you know, they pick up our emotions, right? They pick up our emotions. When it goes up like that, we're cheering, we're drinking, we're celebrating, we're high-fiving each other. And then what did they do the next day or whatever? You know, we have a hangover after that, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, we do got that earnings coming up on May 9th, which will be interesting. Hopefully, it's something close to like break even on the earnings.
Yeah, June 9th, Froggy, June 9th.
So we got something to look forward to right there.
I hope it's somewhat decent. You know, I know what he said, but I don't want to bring it up again. I just hope it's okay. You know,
Right.
I don't want to give them any ammunition. Is my point.
Well, thanks for letting me talk, guys. I got to go to work. I got to do some nails now.
All right. Thanks, man, for coming. We
Yeah,
appreciate
you guys, everybody have a good time today. Just enjoy your weekend, man. There's nothing we can do right now. So just hang in there, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Yep. Have a good one, man. Thanks for coming.
Later. Have a good one. Don't work too hard.
Oh yeah, I just got some appointments, man. So yeah, I gotta go. Bye.
Yeah, later, man.
I had to step away for a minute, so I'm behind schedule.
Uh-oh.
I
Miss
don't
Harris,
know what's going on.
You got another request here?
He stepped down for a minute. She'll be right back. Stepped down for a second. But let's see. Someone said this is blatant manipulation. How will they continue to keep AMC down in the 20s for months and months and months to come? Your opinion, Froggy?
Well, it's obvious manipulation. Like I said, it's got to be costing them more money to hold it down. There's no way it's efficient. So eventually they're going to burn themselves into a hole, which the hole I think is already there. We just can't see it all yet. But eventually it will come to light.
Yeah, I think they're having a hard time, and been having a hard time. Even when they had us drop down to, $14, $15 range, they were having trouble keeping us down. It's just,
Yep.
the stock is going to constantly move up and down, but what we want and what I kind of see is every time they bring us down, they make a stronger resistance support level at another price above the one that they just brought us down to. So I take it with a grain of salt. I don't even worry about it anymore, because you just create more buying pressure at those lower prices, which creates a substantial support level. And that's just how I see it. Like, we got a solid support level at 18 right now, I think. So
Mm-hmm.
I see the Lion Vest. He's in here. The Lion Vest. He normally has morning space calls. The Lion Vest. Would you like to come up and say something? The Lion Vest.
Yeah, Lion Vest, you're welcome to come up and speak, man. Tendies is next in line too. I want to make sure I get him because I know he was trying to speak for a minute. So, Tendies, you're next.
You have to control. I don't have the. I guess something happened to Twitter. I mean, the space caller went down and come back in, so I don't have the controllers.
Oh, okay. I already gave him permission. Give me a second. Tendies, if you want to speak, man, floor is yours. He might be AFK.
yeah.
We'll pick another
Okay, the Lion Vest is up there. He's ready to speak. Thank you, Mr. Lion Vest.
How's it going, man?
What's up?
That's good. It's good attendees. I'm just a listener. I like just listen. I don't really have too much to say. I just enjoy listening and hopefully learn something new every day, which I do. So thanks for the opportunity to speak, but I'll just go back down as a listener. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for stepping up and saying hi to everybody. So,
Yeah, anybody got a question, we're happy to answer any questions.
It's cool to see the community coming together even on the weekend. It's great. Thanks for doing everything you do. Appreciate it.
yeah, thanks,
We
Tendies.
appreciate you guys. I just want to say, like, I don't want anybody to think
I hope everyone is having a
that
beautiful,
their
great
question is dumb.
weekend. I just came in here, so I don't know, if there's a certain topic you guys are on or have any questions or anything. But I'm just came in here, seeing what's going on with everybody, hoping everyone is enjoying the weekend, relaxing, taking some time off, and trying not to focus too much on the charts, and just doing your thing,
Yeah.
That's it.
That's kind of what we're doing today, just hanging out and all that for everybody, just to come hang out, and if they got questions, answer them, or just hang out and chill. It's nothing serious today. But I want to say something. I want to say, like, anybody who's listening, right? If you have a question, I don't want you to think that your question's stupid. There's no dumb questions. If you legitimately want to learn something or know something, you're unsure of something, you can ask. If we don't have the answer, because we may not. I'm not saying we know everything, because I definitely don't. But we will find a way to try to get you the information you're asking about. It's not an issue. You agree, Froggy?
Exactly. That's what we're here for, is to answer questions and help people as best as we can. Because if everybody stays informed, like your question might be somebody else's question and they might be too afraid to ask. So come up and ask your question, and then if we answer it, it might actually help a bunch of other people at the same time.
Absolutely. Sounds good. I appreciate you guys, hosting the space and taking questions, answering people's questions, and helping everyone out. Obviously, you guys know that's what I'm all about. It's just helping each other, educating each other, and staying focused. And so I'm glad that you guys are hosting the space and doing that for everyone. So, with that, I'll just drop down to listener, kind of just listen in, and if I have something to say, I'll come back up. But yeah, appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a relaxing day. That's why I called it AMC Stocks and Chill, because I think the week is stressing people.
Yeah, and if you just want to come up and say hi or whatever, that's also welcome. I don't think that it's just a chill session.
Yeah. You got any more questions, Ms. Harris?
I have one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shoot.
Hi. I was listening to someone, and they were talking about doing an iron condor on GME. I want to say that the range was 138 to 156 or something like that. And they were saying that it was going to pay off 10 times, and it would only cost them a nickel or something. Is GME a good, because it's so range bound and because they do max pain, I'm wondering if GME is a good, let's say, consideration for an iron condor.
I'm actually not too familiar with the actual iron condor setup is, because I don't play anything more than just normal regular. I do covered calls and stuff, but when it gets into iron condors and stuff, I still don't really know exactly what it all does and how it all profits. I know some things work off of volatility and stuff like that, like the strangles and stuff like that, or straddles, or I think it's kind of the same thing. But
I think what an iron condor is a strangle and a straddle together, and it locks them into a specific range. I don't necessarily trade them, but I kind of know a little bit about them, basics, because I just basically trade long puts, long calls, covered calls, stuff like that. Yes, they are cheap, like you said, because of your strangles and straddles. They're basically credit spreads is what they are.
Yep.
So you get a premium for them, and that's why it's so cheap to do that. Would I do it? I try not to play with, especially if you're gonna try and put a meme stock in a specific range, it could very easily break that range. So I personally wouldn't do it, but that's all I know about it.
Hello to all of you.
Hey, what's going on, man?
It's driving and listening.
Hey, it's a good day to do that. Just kick back and relax. It's important.
Yes. Actually, second thought, I have a question. If I could ask.
All right, yeah, shoot, man.
Great.
Right.
As a Canadian, what would anyone here recommend the best broker to practice paper trading with, so I can get some practice with options? I've had a quick browse myself, but kind of wanted to see if anyone had any thoughts on what would be the best one, the most user friendly type thing for as a Canadian to practice options with paper trading.
I wouldn't know that answer. I know Ken would, but he's not here today.
For paper trading, I think you can only. I don't think Webull offers paper trading options. So if you can get the Thinkorswim platform, you might not be able. I don't think you could trade. I don't know the rules for Canada, but Thinkorswim offers a on-demand feature that you could trade options on, paper trade. So I think you can use that pretty much anywhere as long as you could download it. But I'm not sure that you can use Thinkorswim as a trading platform because you're in Canada. I don't have the answer to that.
Yeah, okay. I was looking at either Thinkorswim or Interactive Brokers. I'll just go with either one of those, I guess. But yeah,
I use Thinkorswim and I love it.
So I've been listening some space calls about that recently, and definitely something I want to get into to help make me a better trader. So I'll try Thinkorswim for sure. It seems to be one of the most popular ones, so I'll definitely check it out.
Good luck, buddy.
Webull does have paper trades. That's all I can say. Thanks.
Okay.
No,
can you do that in Canada? So I wasn't sure. I tried, and I'm signed up for Webull. I don't use it to trade, just mostly for a chart.
That I can tell you about Canada. I'm in Southeast US.
Okay.
Webull does have paper trading, but not for options.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't hear that last statement.
I just said to the person who said that Webull has paper trading, yes, they do, but they don't have paper trading for options, from my understanding.
Oh, okay. My apologies. I'm sorry. Yep.
I see Angela here. Thank you so much. Jan wants to speak. I thank you for sending out that tweet about Froggy's space call. Appreciate you, Jan. She has something she wants to speak on. Go ahead. Hi guys, happy Saturday.
How's it going, Jen? How are you?
It's been a rough day so far. Just busy around the house. My Yorkies, or one of my Yorkies has diarrhea, so just a lot of cleaning and stuff today. Not the way I want to spend, a Saturday. We'll just say that.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. How are you guys?
Oh, pretty good. We're actually just kicked back and relaxing because, it's kind of nice not to be all up in the stock market going, worrying about the next day. We get to kind of kick back and just talk with people and enjoy the weekend, kind of.
Cool, very cool. Yeah, I heard you guys were talking a lot about option trading. I think maybe Spence mentioned before on here, and to you, Froggy, that he was going to start every Thursday, I think noon, doing paper trading.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea.
Just wanted to throw that out there. So I personally myself don't know enough about option trading, so it's always good to learn more.
Yeah, definitely. I like the fact that somebody's going to come up with the paper trading stuff, because anything to do with teaching or training anybody and helping them, very important, and I definitely support it.
For sure, that's really all I have to say, guys. So, I can drop back down to listener, but thanks for bringing me up, Diva.
Thanks for coming up.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and I appreciate you guys too and what you're doing, Froggy. So, really important to educate, especially on new apes or and on the option thing and stuff. So, appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Jen. I appreciate you too.
Let's go, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Who is that?
I do got some questions here.
I think Liz down in the chat, Liz, I think it's Liz Clayton. She's being frustrated about something. She's been asking questions. Why aren't people talking about something? Can you please read her messages? She's been asking for a while now. She was asked yesterday, I think.
I'm trying to get through the questions right now. I got a whole list of them pulled up, and so I'm pretty far back on the questions. So it's going to take a minute. I'll get through to them. This one here, no dates is fair. Will it be within 2 years? I hope so. Man, I'd hate to be sitting in it for 2 more years waiting for it to pop. But I think it's coming sooner than we expect. Namax says, I'm going to sell covered calls for little premiums and then buy more shares from it. So usually a good idea, except for when you're in an uptrend, you do risk that if it does pop, that you'll end up selling your future profits. So that's the only thing you got to worry about. So whenever you see it start getting aggressive, be careful. Difference that they had a chance to get out last June. They got greedy, got caught. We are already seeing the domino effect. Yeah, I hope it gets bigger and bigger, quicker and quicker. 2, 5, 10 years. Does no dates mean never? It's definitely going to happen. It's just a matter of when. Things are definitely lined up for it. Oh, Liz has a question about Paulte, Pulte, billionaire, asking about GME stock on Twitter. I'm not sure what he was asking. Yeah, if I knew who you were talking about, we could probably look more into it.
Here comes the mail truck.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I have one from I think it's the Continental Marine. He says, "Hey guys, thank you for your work and the love of the eight. WJ, with Max Payne theory and losses they have taken multi-agent AMC and GME. Don't think they make all the money back with the losses. People make those stocks and options. Your opinion?" That's how he wrote it. So I read it just like he wrote it.
You want to repeat it one more time, please?
Oh, what? Okay. He said, let me find it again. Because he asked me, did you see it? Where'd it go? Okay. He says, "Hey guys, thanks for your work and the love to the eight. WJ, comma. With the Max Payne theory and those losses that they're manipulating the AMC and GME, don't they make all the money back with the losses people make with those stocks and options?" He's asking, do they make all the money back with the losses that people make on this option?
That's a good question. I know they're making money. I don't know if it's going to be enough to cover the short position so they can buy their way out. But yeah, that's pretty much the theory. They're making money off the premium from people buying them like too far out strikes, and they're just giving money to the market maker. That's what it seems like. They're just loading up on money. So I don't think they're making enough to go and cover everything, but we'll have to see.
Froggy, can you pull Glock's comment when they see it?
Hold on. I'm actually pretty far down. If you could read it, that'd be better.
I can. It's gone. For some reason, it's not letting me pull comments. So I don't know. We'll have to figure that out later. We'll do a test later.
Different says just him inquiring about GME is a good thing. I'm sure he has many financial advisors. It would be great if he did even buy in a little bit more exposure. So, yeah, I wish I knew who this person was you were talking about. But, I mean, I'm sure it will make big news. PULTE. So I'm not sure who it is, but good thing. Let me see here. There you go. That one's for you.
James, if you jump, I don't know whose channel you're on, but if you jump over to my channel on YouTube, one of the mods will help you. Just or go to my YouTube channel and you could click on my Discord link and jump on my Discord link, and then I can get it to you that way. I'll have to pull it off my script, or I have to go find the actual script itself, but it's already in my Thinkorswim. So, and I renamed it, so I don't remember the name of it. But I'll get it to you. If you can get over to my Discord, I'll make sure you get it.
Yeah, does anybody have a link or anything to this Paul? I don't even know if I'm saying the name right. PULTE. If anybody's got a link to him or whatever he's talking about, send that to me, please, because I'm kind of curious. Sounds like it might be a big deal.
Hi, Pam. How are you?
PULTEDILLION.
You see any more questions over there?
Not yet. I seen Glock's question. I forget what it was, but I forget what it was. Oh, I remember now. He wants to know if I'll do another, basically like a training video on support and resistance levels and all that. And I wanted you to bring up the comment so that we could talk about how we're possibly going to team up and make some videos for everybody's channel. So that's kind of, we're kind of working on something behind the scenes. Right, brother?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's busy working, not paying
I'm
attention.
trying to read all these comments. I can't pronounce that name. I don't know what it means, but it says how the market collapse. How is the market collapse a positive thing for the play? It's an indicator, if anything, because you figure if I owe you $1 million, you'll see my bank account drop first before yours goes up, and so that's basically it. You're going to see their assets drop in price. The money will transfer to you. Your assets will jump up. So you'll see it move almost in that time frame.
Oh, it's a good one. I have one for you. This is from Colon, which is Froggy. Nancy Pelosi's net worth is $250 million. However, her salary is only $200K. She became a millionaire when the Democrat office party took over the House. Do they get a bonus when the party you represent wins the election? Oh.
Yeah, I think there's shenanigans going on for her to make that kind of money. I mean, obviously, I put that one meme out there of Nancy Pelosi where she bought the day before they signed the EV executive order thing. And that right there is blatant sign of like insider trading. But she's got away with it because they pretty much regulate things and they don't get touched. So it's not good. Dr. McLovin says I traded my stocks from Robinhood to Fidelity. Does that change the dates on my stocks for short-term capital gains? Is it still the same date I purchased? It should be. It shouldn't change anything unless they made you sell them. But if you're just transferring, they should stay in share form. Nothing changed.
Yeah, as long as they didn't make you cash out and take money, right?
BBIG gamma ramp. Let me go check that one. Oh,
Yeah. Somebody in my driveway. My wife. I'm live and she's over here blowing horns. She's gonna come in here in a second and give me hell watch.
all right. So this next week, if BBIG can get over $3 a share, you should be doing really good because you got a big stack of options sitting there. But I don't know about the gamma ramp thing that I'm hearing about. Some reason this site don't show me the information on it for last week, so I can't tell what you brought in. But yeah, I wish I knew whether you were max paying or not for Friday, and that would give you an idea of how many options came in the money and what happened. I'll have to find a site that actually shows that kind of information so I can use it on a different site.
How about Rhonda's up there? She could, for instance, community. You can speak and ask Jeremy a question, or you can just say hello, Miss Rhonda. You can have the mic now.
Thank you, Ms. Diva. How are you today?
Great, thank you.
Froggy, so I follow Pulte. Actually, his grandfather started a nationwide. I found something on his tweets about learning more about GME, but I haven't seen anything regarding an AMC stock tweet. I can send you what I found if you'd like.
Yeah, that'd be great because it sounds like it's a big deal that I see there's people mentioning it and stuff. And is that how you say multi?
Yeah, as far as I know, it is. Basically, what he's been doing is he is a huge philanthropist here on Twitter. So that's about his feed is about is for helping other people and doing things like that. Yeah, I will give me a minute and I will go ahead and send over the tweet about the GME.
All right, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let me see here. Checking for some more questions here. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit behind on the questions, but I'm trying to get caught up now. Well, that might be a good thing if there's no Weeble or Robinhood in Canada. You don't have to deal with that kind of shenanigans. I didn't know it was like that. I thought it was like everywhere. Carl says, mediocre trader and Froggy, even with the prices this week, I'm very confident we will make big money in AMC shares. It's a patience game, makes us less emotional investors. Yeah, that's exactly pretty much what it is. It's like basically it's a long game. And that's why I kind of set things up to where I'm not going anywhere until I get my money. They have to end up buying their way out. They can drag it on as long as they want. It's going to cost them money to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're gonna end up getting a move. We just gotta be patient. Patience is key in this. It's, stocks move the way they move, and like I said, 25, $30 in my opinion, I'm in the winning position.
You got it.
Liz is up in the, it says Liz Clay. I see Liz Clay. She's up in the space because she has a question she would like to address you and mediocre trader. Go right ahead, Miss Liz.
Liz, the floor is yours.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. This is big news. That's why I've been putting this in the chat over and over again. Bill Pulte is he's a billionaire. He's a big whale. He builds homes. And he's been putting out tweets about GME, wanting to know more about the stock. He's put out at least 2 tweets about it. This guy is a huge philanthropist. He gives away thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every single day to people. And to me, this is I think, wink, wink, nod, nod, that he might be jumping in.
That's a good thing. Is it only GME?
Yeah, that's all he talked about was GME. He goes, his question was, what is the situation about GME? Can anyone tell me? And so I immediately DM'd you and every other big YouTuber to contact him. I DM'd Ryan Cohen. I DM'd everybody, and this is big.
What's his Twitter name? Can you post
like
his Twitter name?
Almost somebody like Elon Musk jump in.
Would you say mediocre trader?
I said, what's his Twitter name so we can find him on Twitter and see what's going on.
It's at PULTE.
Okay.
And the Froggy, I sent that tweet about the GME directly to your DM.
Okay, let me pull that up right now. It did say one came in. Yep, I got it.
Good.
Yeah, I sent it to you too. I don't know why everybody's not getting it, but this is big.
Yeah, I agree.
When you send it out in bulk, sometimes it will say it can't be sent for XYZ reasons. Because I didn't get this tweet, and I had the same problem when I send stream requests out to try to get people on. If I do like 8 or 10 or something at a time, like a lot of them won't get it. So I usually do one at a time, and I follow it with like a message too, so it doesn't look like spam because they stop you at some point. And I know it's not spam. I'm just saying that's how goofy Twitter is.
Well, I also copied you guys on the tweet too in response to Pulte.
Oh, so that would be a notification. Let me go and check and see if it's there.
I'm on his page now, just scrolling through real quick.
He tweeted about it like, I don't know, a couple hours ago or recent, just very, very, not long ago. And I've been trying to get people's attention.
I'm probably going to add him just to follow him and see what's going on.
Always, yeah, add him, follow him. He's big. He's a whale.
Let's see if he follows back. If he follows back, then he'll get all the information we put out.
Yeah.
I don't know that he'll follow back.
Well, we'll see.
He doesn't follow a lot of people. He's got like millions of followers.
Oh, Boss Blunt is following him.
Followers.
Yeah, Boss
I
Blunt
went
is
ahead and
following him.
retweeted that out to you, Froggy and Jen, so y'all can both get the GME tweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
Did you see? Did you see it?
Yeah, that's very interesting. I'm working on it right now. I'm going to send him a message. Hopefully he writes back.
I think that, I don't know, Jeffrey was right, and so the boss is right, that this may be just like a wink, wink, nod, nod without having to actually disclose, you know, just asking like Elon did, you know.
Right, he doesn't have to come out and say it.
You know what I'm saying?
He doesn't have to come out and say it.
Like, should I look into the stock?
Yeah, just as
And
long as he gets the
what
information,
do,
he can make
you
a
know?
decision.
He's pulling an Elon. That's what I'm feeling.
That's good. I like it.
I'm in agreement. I'm feeling the same way, Liz. I think he's pulling an Elon.
Hey, we definitely need an Elon about now.
Yeah, we do.
Well, he's just as good as an Elon. He's a billionaire. If we can get a billionaire in.
Yeah, that might be what it takes. Add that with the stock split and all the stuff going on right now. We could put some pressure, lots of pressure.
You know, that is pressure is good in the upward way.
Now, well, the interesting thing is he has never tweeted about anything like this before. Nothing like this, where he's inquired about a stock. He only focuses on his philanthropy. That's it on Twitter.
A lot of it is the mainstream media just bashing. It's the way they make it sound with these meme stocks is it's all kids. And as you can see, it is not all kids, right?
That's why
It's
they
just
label it that way.
right. It's just a way to discredit us. And then normal people see it and they're like, well, you know, that's a lot of money for kids to be able to do something like that, right? And so then they want to dig deeper in and find out, you know, and that's good for us. I think we should keep the pressure on, keep doing all that everybody's doing, right? Because I appreciate everybody who's doing what they're doing to get the word out that it's all BS, to be honest with you, what they're doing. So
Yeah, but Pulte tweets to people that are basically, on their last leg. Okay, these are not really stock buyers. These are people that need $100 for lunch, or to feed kids. Him putting that tweet out there, into the ethos is like I believe he is sending a signal in a very stealth mode, but I think he knew somebody would pick up on it and run with it.
Yeah, it's definitely big. It'd be kind of nice to see more people come in, big ones come in. We're on a weekly gold cross, so we should have momentum playing in our favor. So somebody big like that would want to come in after they've seen that it's broke out and it's starting to head back up. So that's why I'm saying this week is going to be important too, because if we get a nice little bounce on the weekly where it starts showing the momentum is seriously up, lots of rich people would want in because it's the trend and direction.
Well, I'm buying on Monday. I'm buying GME on Monday. I have my AMC stocked away, but I am going to stock up on GME because if he puts his money in there, we're taking off.
Oh, I agree. If he puts a good chunk of money, depending on how much it is, could make a big difference.
Well, he's also got a big influence of other philanthropists, and so his tweets get noticed by him too. They might jump in with him. I mean, this could snowball.
Oh, that'd be sweet. That would be really sweet. Yeah, it looks like a lot of people like the idea. I mean, it's definitely that's a shocker. When did he post that?
Today. Not too long ago. I'm trying to find it again while I'm talking to you. I'm on the phone right now, but it was today. Where is it? Pulte. Okay. He just tweeted 22 minutes ago. I've been busy reading up on the GME situation, but now it's time to give away $1,500. I promise for today. More GME reading later.
that's pretty big, actually, if you think about it.
Yeah.
He does. I follow him and I read his tweets every day. I have never seen him tweet about a stock other than his own, and also giving away money. Mostly, it's giving away money, giving away money, giving away money.
Andy said he's going to do more research on it, which is awesome in itself.
And so I guess the other day he was talking about the same company that was advising GME. It was advising then, and him and his grandfather had to came out of retirement to straight up the company because they almost went bankrupt, something like that.
Right, right. So he understands that kind of situation, as he's calling it, the situation over at GME.
Yeah, they've been through some stuff with the company, so he kind of figure out what's going on, and I guess he want to get into it.
That's definitely good for us.
It's real good. Well, I hope it comes to fruition because.
Let me go back to work and talk to you later.
All right, thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, thanks. I hope he's serious about it because if a guy like that can help move the stock in a direction, plus the people that he knows, and the sheer people who listen to them, people like that who have a huge voice, crazy, and all he's got to do is put out facts, and that's kind of what we need, right? Because the mainstream media is not doing us any favors about telling the truth.
Well, you figure he's also a big voice too, so if we can give him the information, he could put it out and reach out to many more people because the media is not doing us justice at all.
Right. That's exactly.
Well, he's no dummy. I think he knows what's going on. I think he's sending up smoke signals.
Oh, exactly. That's why he tweeted it. I agree with you on that 100%.
Nobody puts a tweet out like that. You know what I mean?
I agree.
A guy like him, no, they don't put it out. He did an Elon. I'm telling you, he did an Elon. He did an Elon. He did an Elon.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Just wait to see.
Just like when Elon said, "Do you want an edit button on Twitter?" and then he went and bought a controlling interest in Twitter.
Yeah, that was a shocker. I don't even know what to say about that. I did not see that coming.
I did. I was, oh my God. That was a huge flag for me. Yeah. Why would he ask that? I mean, he wouldn't be able to get Twitter to change what they're doing unless he bought the company. And he wouldn't be able to, that question. See, he doesn't ask a question unless he's going to do something right after it.
True. Yeah. Elon mentions things like one time that he does something. Like, that's what I was talking about the other day. He said something about asteroid mining, and I never heard.
And I responded exactly. I said, "Can you buy MC, please?" Because he wants to buy lithium. He's saying, "I'm going to go out and have to partner with a company that can mine the lithium that we need. The prices are too high." So I think me and a few other YouTubers, I'm not a YouTuber yet, but maybe working on it with Pam the Trader. We're talking about maybe doing a little after hours talk thing. But I send it to every major YouTuber that covers AMC and GME. Also, I gave him that information about, what Elon said about lithium, and he's looking for a mine. So, and a few other people have responded to him about Hycroft, saying, Hycroft, look at that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good thing if we can attract more, like, rich people. I don't want to say we're targeting rich people, but if we can get the attention of the people that got lots of money, and you see, like, them come together, wow.
It's the right rich people, not just rich people. It's the ones who are decent people,
Right. the ones with good
And
intentions.
who also look out for the little guy. Pulte, he helps the little guys every single day. Elon, he likes helping out the little guy, even if it's at his disadvantage. You know, like when he said, open up the gas line, oil and gas lines. He says, even if it hurts my company, it's the right thing to do, because he knows it's hurting the little guy.
Yeah, and if we don't have the money to buy his cars, right? That's the whole other side of it, right? And plus, if we lose our freedom, he loses his. So there's a lot of that stuff. There's a lot of reasons why people should kind of pay attention to what's going on.
When you look at it, if Elon does something in the process and the squeeze happens and we got money, you already know we're buying like Teslas. A lot of people will be. So it's like a win-win for him.
I think here's another thing. If Pulte invests, think about this, and GME goes up, what are they going to buy? Pulte homes in a coming huge recession.
That's a good idea. Yeah, people with money would probably end up buying homes. That makes total sense.
Yeah, because otherwise he's going to be facing a huge downturn, and this recession's coming. I've been in real estate for 40 years, okay? Residential and commercial. I've been through it all. And I've been putting the warning bells out for the last year, warning people, get ready, it's coming, it's coming.
Well, I agree with you 100% on that. It's definitely coming. Yeah, it is.
Dr. McLovin says he's listening doing chores. What's the billionaire's name? It's Pulte, P-U-L-T-E.
It's Bill Pulte, P-U-L-T-E. Bill Pulte. His Twitter handle is at P as in Paul, U-L, T as in Tom, E as in Edward, Pulte. It's just plain P-U-L-T-E, okay, on Twitter. Follow him.
If everybody follows him, his Twitter followers, he's going to get notifications like you wouldn't believe about how many apes start following him. He'll start doing some serious investigation, I'll tell you that much.
A lot of apes already do follow him because a lot of apes are broke and they need him for, you know, his little giveaways. There's a ton of apes that follow him already, and he knows it. And how many of them will buy a house from that man if he jumps in and causes the catalyst? Everybody says they'll buy a Tesla if Elon jumps in. Guess what? He's not dumb. He's been reading tweets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, hey, Elon, we'll buy a Tesla if you buy, you know, AMC or GME. Well, wait a minute. Somebody just took a, you know, a nod to I think all the little guys. Like, okay, I'm looking into this. But he can't say anything legally, like I'm gonna, or you know, he's like, I'm asking questions. I'm just reading.
Right, because of the SEC, like they always attack Elon for stuff like that. No, I agree. He can't really say much, but just him saying that he's investigating it is pretty good.
He cannot say he's going to buy a big position, okay? Because he'd have to buy a big position to really make it rocket.
Mm.
So he can only say, I'm reading, I'm questions, and just the same thing that Elon did. Questions. The questions are actually the answer.
Yeah, this is definitely probably a big thing. Definitely nice.
And like I said, this guy's looking out for his company too. He was almost driven into bankruptcy, if not bankruptcy, and he sees what's going to come in the next year with all these interest rate hikes. It's already happening. The last 3 months have been on decline for people applying for mortgages and refis. And with the interest rate hikes coming, if they do another half a point and a half a point and a half a point, we're crashing. People cannot afford $7 gas and rising, and the cost of food has gone up more than 30%. I'm telling you, I know for a fact it has. Try to buy a steak; it's like ridiculous. Try to buy bread; it's almost $4 a loaf.
No, I agree.
He's going to try to keep his company afloat, and if he can cause a catalyst that makes people rich, they're going to be grateful and buy his homes. A lot of them will if they make that kind of money.
I see there's people actually reaching out to him right now. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, this will be interesting on how this plays out.
I noticed Boss Blunt sent him a message or something. I seen that. So.
Yep.
I'm loading up Monday, boys.
I'm getting more optimistic now as we sit here.
I will be looking at the chart and have options ready.
Chat with it. I'm like, God, listen to me. See my message.
Yeah, that's a good one there. Definitely need to get that message out.
Pulte doesn't do anything unless it's for the good of, people who are disadvantaged. And he sees the apes. A lot of them are disadvantaged, and they're a lot of blue collar people invested in AMC and GME. And he knows AMC is going to pop with GME. He's not a dummy. He knows exactly what's going on. I've dealt with people like him all my life.
Yeah, this is definitely a good thing. Definitely. That would be interesting to see that he does buy in because, oh, man.
I know. I'm so good at strategy in real estate. I'm like, I've learned from the best. Multi-billion-dollar companies I've worked for in my 40 years. I've advised them all. Someone in the chat named LA says Boss Blunt follows the person who you guys are talking about.
Yep.
Pulte. Bill Pulte. Pulte Homes. He's got an vested interest in a MOS to help his company through this recession. And Bigum both follow the person who you talk Multi. Yes. Him and Bigum follow Multi. No, Pulte. P is in Paul. UL. T is in Tom, E.
Yeah, Pulte.
Well, that's good for you guys.
Yeah, let's see if he replies or something. That'd be pretty good.
Let's see how many people are. I mean, this is getting retweeted like crazy.
Oh yeah. He's blowing up already.
So Boss Blunt, who says, if you want to learn about the market manipulation, he's not. You know what? He's not really asking about that. He knows what's going on. It happened to him. Now, and see, I copied Unusual Whales on this, and now they replied to him. This is bullish at Pulte. With GME, there's a lot to know. Super Stunk on Reddit is a great place to read. Let me know if you have questions. Okay, so everybody, and oh my God. So I'm getting all the people that I CC'd are actually reaching out to him.
Mm-hmm. What's a super follower?
You gotta pay for that.
Oh, I'm like, how did this guy become a super follower? What's he got, a cape?
You gotta pay for that. That's such a load. Super follower. Twitter, I mean, you know, they've taken like over 25,000 of my followers away. They just keep, and I have to keep starting over and starting over. It really ticks me off. My Lord, really? 25,000? Yeah, I had 25,000 on my account, and I had been building them up since like 2009, and then they shut me down because they don't like my politics. Sorry. I guess we all know what we're talking about, but you know what? I'm not going to sit here and be ashamed of, being a person who, well, I kind of am more of an independent, but I like people who think straight and, go against the grain to try to help the greater good. They may not be the best or the most perfect person, but they might be the best person for the job.
Yeah. That's the comments I'm reading right now. Everybody's following him and
I do not disagree.
liking his comment. This is definitely wild.
I wonder if he'll respond.
Oh,
Well,
he
another
will with 5,500 likes and 1,200 retweets in 39 minutes. I mean, he's about to blow up here. I mean, he's already big, but
He'll probably start trending.
oh yeah. How do you find out if he's trending? Because I've never messed with that before.
Well, he just changed it. He just did a tweet. At Pulte to the mods on Reddit. I changed my username from the neighborhood thing to real Pulte. Please add me there. Thanks. So he's going on Reddit. Okay.
Oh,
and look at this. He goes, for all the greedy, corrupt, rich people who are judging me for helping people, how about you help people in my feed?
Yeah, I seen that comment. I like that because that just proves he's on our side.
Okay, and there's one. Thank you, apes. He's got a little ape picture, he didn't say apes. Thank you with an ape emoji for nice words. We will keep on helping people. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, he does. Sounds like it to me.
Okay, another one. I've been watching some of the videos on GME. Can someone point me in the best direction to learn about the strategy there? This guy, he doesn't need anybody to teach him anything. And what Ryan Cohen is going to do with it, I'd like to educate myself on it. Thank you. It's like, how can you not know what's going on with this? This guy knows.
Yeah, a lot of people know. That's for sure.
And he doesn't have to. He does not have to tweet about it. He can do it in private and just do his own, behind the scenes due diligence and decide whether he does not have to put it out on a tweet like that.
The numbers just keep climbing on it.
Oh, I know. I'm looking at it right now. I'm just like, man, how long until he responds?
That's what I'm thinking.
It looks like he's been posting something like every hour or so. We should be due for another post.
The thing's got like 4,000 likes. Just that first tweet 5 hours ago about watching the videos on GME. Watching some of the videos. Who's he watching? Which YouTuber?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
So, so he knows. I've been watching the videos. Don't tell me that if you've been watching those videos, you don't already know.
He probably already knew. It's a teaser.
That's what I'm saying. He's pulling an Elon.
No, I agree. I think he is as well. You don't post something like that if you got that kind of money without trying to bring light to your thoughts. You know what I mean?
Robert's in here. The guy, I think he's the guy I like to hear always say "ahado" or something like that. He's in here. He's with that terrible community as well, or the Smith community, or what you got? Rocket Astro.
Oh, that guy Astro, or
no. I know who I'm talking about. There's somebody else. But Robert's in here. I think he wants to speak.
oh, Rocket Astro. I think I CC'd him too on that.
Hey, fellas. Good morning. Even though it's still it's about to be noon. I've also seen so many dumb comments flowing around everywhere. I was in another space call the other day where some shorts were trying to convince people to get into like shorting, doing options with AMC because it fluctuates $1 or so. And some guy in there was mentioning that he had 10,000 something shares and was making so much money because of the amount of the shares and because of the dollar fluctuation. I jumped in there and I was like, dude, I'm an ordinary, regular, everyday worker. There's no way I would be able to do that. I would lose my money so fast. And I was just like, that is just so dangerous. I would have to quit my job, go into like a full professional mode for options to really, really maybe make something out of it. But yeah, fellas, I fucking hodl and I don't listen to stupid people. DB is done and I'm set. That's all I just wanted to say to you guys.
No, I agree. I mean, if you're not sure about options and stuff like that, it's not a good idea to jump in because you could get burned pretty good. You know, if you're new to the market or whatever, and it's hard. They can't never take your shares if you don't sell them, right? So if you're holding shares, no matter what the price is, you own the shares. It doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah, the mission to derail us, to derail me, right? I speak for myself. It's still there from others. They still want us to really go south from this. But I don't know how they're gonna make that happen because, dude, we're so married to this now. We increase the flow. I do believe they're done, and the fundamentals are keep getting better and better. Even though this was just it was not a fundamental play to begin with. I'm about to go take my daughter to go see Supersonic today. We're about to hit AMC.
Well, I hope you have a good time at the movies.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not gonna be sitting on the hallway this time.
I'll tell you guys a story. I took my wife to go see Batman, and around where I live, we only have Cinemark and Regal Cinemas. And as an AMC shareholder, I'm like, I'm not gonna go watch a movie there, right? So the closest AMC movie theater to me was an hour away. I said, what do we care? We're going on a date. We'll drive out. We'll go to AMC. You know, we're shareholders. We'll whatever. So, I mean, I'm not telling people what to do with their lives, but I drove an hour out of my way to go to AMC rather than go to a cinema that's 20 minutes from my house. So, I mean, you want to help AMC get their debt down. If you're going to go to the movies, I say you try to make a point to go to an AMC theater. You know.
I hear you absolutely, brother. I sat down on the hallway because AMC was so packed with Batman. I had no seats to buy, so I had to buy the handicap spot. When I showed up, even the handicap spot was kind of like taken somehow, and I'm like, oh damn, I was just sitting on the hallway.
Well, buy the popcorn. That's your biggest moneymaker.
Oh yeah.
Even if you know what? Even if you can't get into a movie, just buy the popcorn. Take it home or something, That's their biggest moneymaker is buying the popcorn.
Oh, yeah, and that's coming too, right? I believe, isn't that coming by summer or so?
Very soon in August, I believe.
Ooh, that's going to be fire.
Yeah, because we'll all be buying AMC popcorn at the grocery store.
Well, I wonder what the price of corn is going to be by then.
Yeah. I mean, I think him adjusting the prices on the tickets for newer movies is going to help out too, because they got to cover some of the costs with all this inflation. Like inflation is through the roof right now; it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Well,
who
there-
cares about the price of corn? I think we in general people we love the movies too much. We're fed up with this just isolation mode. People they're out there, and the movies are so good. We're gonna be on it. We spend ridiculous amount of money on some other stuff, fellas. I don't think a few bucks or maybe a few cents in increase will hurt.
Yeah, but I worry about what if you can't get the popcorn because there's a lack of supply, and they hit us when we come out with the popcorn, and then you go to the shelves and it's not there. I mean, they've lost 2 million acres of planting in the Midwest alone to corn. Okay, I don't know if you've been following. I follow a lot of this stuff. Anyway, but 2 million acres, farmers cannot plant corn this year. They're instead growing soybeans because it's cheaper. They can't get the fertilizer to grow the corn. So, that's going to have a big impact. This is going to have a big impact. So we have to be careful with all that. But I do think Pulte is the thing to keep our eye on right now.
Okay, I want to tell you this is from Ace Life. He's in the chat. I mean, he's in the space call. He's been wanting to say it, but I'll say it for him. He said, can I just let you guys know that Sonic has surprised everyone this weekend in a series or jam-packed in Connecticut. He wants you guys to know that Sonic is sold out, jam-packed in Connecticut.
Yeah, what am I telling you? My heart, oh.
Thank you, Robert, for not using no swear language. I let Spence know that you didn't use no swear language. I do appreciate that, Robert.
Yeah, you guys need to watch your language in chat. I double down on that, Miss Harris.
It's not a good fight, but it's okay. But Robert, I like when you always come in and say, whatever. That cracks me up. I like that. I look for you in all the space calls to say that. And I appreciate it. And I will let Spence know that you did not swear.
I appreciate you guys as well.
Namek3 says Bill Gates owns 1/3 of the farmlands in the U.S., and I have to agree with him. I was actually going to bring that up, but since you put that comment out there, I figured I'd read it. That's a big part of our problem too. Bill Gates is not a farmer. What's he need all that farmland for?
Yeah, good.
No,
question.
Bill Gates is a depopulationist, so that's scary in itself. And
Exactly.
he's not a farmer, he's not a doctor, he's not so many things, but yet he seems to have the major voice in telling people what to do about these things.
Isn't it that suspicious, fellas?
It reminds me of what's his name? Napoleon, I think his name was. I don't know. I can't think of it.
That sound like Monopoly.
Yeah, he's like a little dictator, He wants to control the world. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Bill Gates.
Melinda got tired of him cheating on her and his trips to Epstein Island, which have all been documented. And I'm not being a conspiracy theorist. It's all documented. I've seen the flight records. I've seen all that stuff. I've done my own DD, and trust me, I know people in high places. They all know this stuff.
I mean, there's images of meeting with Epstein, so I don't disagree with you there. I mean, why would somebody who believes that
want to speak as well? So, Casey Shaw, you can go right here whenever you're ready. I'm sorry, New York. I wanted to tell you that you had Casey Shaw in the chat. I think Froggy must have stepped away for a moment, but just want to let you know that Casey Shaw is up to speak.
Hey, what's going on, Casey? How you doing, man?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Hey guys, I just stopped in to just listen. I didn't really want to speak. I just wanted to hear you guys talk. Sorry.
Oh, come on. I'll get you over on the,
I
get you over
can't
on
see
the
it.
Discord.
Hey Liz, how's it going?
Good. It's going real good. I'm jacked for Monday.
Me too.
So, Casey, you want to jump on the Discord and get on here with us, or what? What do you want to do? Which way you want to go with this?
Yeah, you're welcome to hop on, man.
Okay, next at the KC hot zone, you have it was Jeffrey. I'm sorry, hold on, Leo. Leo, let Jeff say what he wants to say because he joined the station called Jeff. You can speak now if you like. It's Jeffrey that's in the chat. So if you want to ask a question or address value or mediocre, Casey Shaw, you're welcome to it. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, what's up, Jamie?
Hey, what's going on?
Mediocre, how you doing?
How you doing, buddy?
Good. I just kind of wanted to elaborate on the Pulte thing. There was also a message in there talking about the corruption with BCG, so I think that's how it got started, because Ryan Cohen has that issue with BCG. So I think that right there is huge.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't do any research on it, but this is the first I'm hearing about it today, so I really don't know, but I'm interested. You got my attention, that's for sure.
Thanks for trying to help me get this to everybody's attention.
Right.
Me and Jeffrey were like, trying to spam the chat, like, hey guys, it's, look at this.
I'm actually going to go check his count again and see how much it's gone up.
Oh yeah, it's moving.
What is?
Yeah, it's over 6,000. It's at 6,400 right now.
I'm waiting for that reply to come out. It's going to be like amazing.
Hold on 1 second. Oh, I did something wrong.
He's getting a ton of views.
My fault. Hold on a second. What did I push wrong?
Uh-oh.
No, I was trying to push that one guy up here, and I thought it was him, and it was me. Now, somebody wanted to ask a question. I think I removed.
Yeah, you removed Liz.
No, who was the one that was beside Jeffrey at first? It was the guy that had it. I told him to hold tight. Leo. Oh, my gosh. I thought that was. Liz, come back up in the space pile, please. I'm sorry. I can't. I put my glasses on. Yeah, I just told my Jeffrey. I put my glasses on. I can't see without them. Liz, come back in the space pile. I'm sorry. Leo, I thought that was by mistake. I'm sorry.
So one thing I wanted to say, though, when we were talking about Bill Gates real quick, is why would a guy, and I know you probably all know this already, and I'm just putting it out there, why would a guy who believes in overpopulation, right? Why would he be buying farmland in America other than to put stress on the food?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm speculating, of course, but that's what I think of when I see that,
Sounds fishy. I don't trust him.
I know why. This is my own opinion, because I believe he wants to do the same thing when McDonald's took over the entire market by owning the land. He owned so much ability to take advantage of so many things. I don't know. I'm just a dumb person.
Yeah, we're all just regular people here, It's pretty interesting though.
Does seem like it's getting better and better by the week, though. That's for sure.
It's like, oh, you want a farm here? You want this product? Well, guess who owns it? I own it. Now you're gonna have to pay my price, or you're gonna have to go through me, and that's gonna cost you this and that. You know what I mean? It's just a fucking goddamn. I don't know. Farmers here own the farm. Individual people We the people should own the farms. Not
Yeah.
1%ers should own the farms. That's already sounding not right.
China's the second largest owner of farmland in America as well. If anybody didn't know that, you can look that up too, which is
Yeah,
not
that's
good
pretty
for
scary.
America. It is scary. That's our food supply, guys.
Right, Robert? Are you sick? I'm just waking up. We the people are the supreme law. We the people established the Constitution for welfare, equality, and whatever, right? Why the hell does this guys have to go in and want to take everything? If we the people are the ones that are supposed to have the say to believe what's right, we the people are not saying what's right anymore. This fucking bastards are taking our we the people power. I don't know.
Hey, Robert,
Yeah.
I want to hear that morning voice. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
That really might top the other regular normal voice. Let's go, because you got that morning voice going on. It sounds perfect.
Oh man.
Wow, we're almost at
Robert.
we're 375 likes away from 7,000 already.
Moving quick.
Yeah, it is.
I should have bought calls into that stock.
Right? Calls on Pulte.
I mean, in the chat, but come back up to the space. I thought I hit the wrong thing. I thought it was Leo. So Leah, I got my glasses on now. I got them on. So come on back up in the space call. I have these glasses on, people. I have them on so I can see really good now.
I love Miss Harris. She's awesome.
Hey, guys,
Jeremy.
I'm coming in a little bit late. Can you guys tell me what's going on with the whole poultry? I can't even say his name right. Poultry guy. What's going on with that? What's happening?
He basically put out a tweet. I'll read it to you. Hold on. Unless Froggy got it already.
No, that's you, man. Go ahead and get it.
He put out a tweet and it says, I've been busy reading up on the GME situation, but now it's time to give away the 1,500 I promised for today. More GME reading later. And apparently the guy's a billionaire and stuff like that. That's pretty much what's going on. So his tweet is being shared around. That's
By a
pretty much
lot
what's
of
going on.
people.
So what do you think about that?
That's a Froggy or mediocre. Froggy, look at it, and then mediocre, can you put your eyes on it as well? It says, this is from Casey Shaw's channel. He's representing Casey Shaw's channel. His name is Gary Keaton. He says, Froggy, can you give a price prediction for Monday? $3 range, high or low? High and low.
For what, AMC or GME?
He say that. He just says, Froggy, can you give a price prediction on Monday? $3 range, high and low. He didn't say about. I'm assuming he has to be for AMC. He's from your channel, Mr. KC Shaw.
Yeah, so we have four apes on my channel. Every day we do a price prediction before market open, and it's not really to try and it's not financial advice or anything like that. It's just us trying to stay sharp. And one of my guys actually completed 4 straight weeks of getting price predictions right within a $3 price range. I'm by far not the best of the 4, so I make no claim to know the future prices. but we just basically do like a $3 price range, and we try to nail down the price each day and see. We bet beers and ice cream on who can get the closest.
I gotcha. So is it just on AMC?
Yeah, just AMC.
All right. Froggy, you want to go first? I'm down for this. I'm down for this game.
Yeah. You said you get a $3 price range, so we're just going to go and just put a number, or do you want a range?
So typically what we do is or at least what I do is I try to like come up with an idea of what kind of price I think we're going to close at, and then I just hedge on $1.50 on either side. So but you can do it however you want to.
But close at on what day?
And for Monday.
For
Gary
Monday.
said-
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, gotcha.
He said represent KC Shaw.
I will do 1995.
Hold on, I gotta switch my chart here and go look.
He's saying hello to you, Mr. KC Shaw. You can't see if you're not in the YouTube. He's saying hello. He didn't know you were here, Mr. KC Shaw.
Good morning, guys. Top of the day to you.
Good morning. I'm gonna say we close at 1850 or so, right around 1850. Close on Monday.
Is that the high?
Froggy, you said 1998?
Well, 1995. Yeah, it's close enough.
All right, 1995. I'll just head you guys both off of those numbers there. I'll do a plus or minus $1.50, and we'll see how you guys do.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
interesting.
I'm interested now.
He's asking, is that the high? Because he wants the low as well.
No, he's doing a plus or minus $1.50 from there.
No, I'm saying the guy named Keaton is asking in the chat. He wants the high and the low.
Oh.
From KC Shaw's channel. That's what he's asking. He wants the high and the low, please.
I don't know. High 21, low 1825.
Because they got puts in the thing, I'm gonna say the low probably 1780-ish, and the high probably 1970 to 1980.
The rule is that we don't, you're allowed to change your numbers as long as it's before market open. So if you guys want to, comment tomorrow and change your mind, based off of pre-market data, I won't hold you to your numbers until then. So if you guys want to come into the chat room and put a different number in and you're like, whoa, this is way off based off of what's happened in the pre-market, I'll totally understand.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because we're talking Saturday. We got nothing yet, It's flat since close. So, and that they move it in the morning.
That's why
They're
I'm
going to
giving you
set it
the
up where they want
opportunity
it.
to be able to come and change your mind.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out, because that's kind of an interesting way of doing it.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, what's going on, Jeff?
Oh, no, I was just saying, you could drop me down now. I just wanted to come in and, because I didn't see you guys talking about the BCG thing. And then I just wanted to tell you that super follow, that's kind of like Twitter's version of super chatting.
Yeah, it's some sort of pay to be. Yeah, that's kind of strange. I didn't know they had such a thing.
Yeah, all these social medias are trying to on the bandwagon because they see how you're gaining on getting the money off of the super chats.
Yeah, I see it. I'm like, what the heck is that thing right there? And then, yeah, I guess you can pay for it.
Exactly. All right, well, you can throw me down now. I got to get back to work.
All right, man.
Jeff, it was nice talking to you, buddy.
Yep.
All right, see you later, mediocre.
Later, bud.
See you, Jeff. I'm just making sure I don't do something by mistake. I was making sure I had my glasses on before I said. I took them off and put them back on. You want me to drop you down, though? You should have to speak. I mean, as a listener, you can step as a speaker if you like, but I can drop you down if you wish. It's up to you.
That's fine. I'm gonna head back to work, so I'll just be listening. So if somebody else wants to speak.
Okay.
Hold on here. Let me make sure.
I'm gonna go look at Pulte's tweet again and see how many views it's got now.
Is that right?
See if it's ripping.
Oh yeah, it did. It moved up. It's almost at 7 right now. Is that? Let me pull it back up. Yeah, 6,900 basically. We're 4 away from there. There it is, 6,900 right now.
That didn't take long.
No, it didn't.
Can you look at HYMC for Monday, please?
Yeah. Well, on the 30-minute short term, it's actually got a check mark for sell signal, which could indicate a double top possibly. Now we're going to zoom out to the 2 hour. And it looks like it's going to be fighting that resistance line there of 217. If it gets over it, it's going to probably pop up to 227. But it looks like it's struggling right now at where it's at. Daily is still dipping. Weekly. I think there is a chance that it's going to pull back, but that's just because of the fact that the sell indicator did pop up. I can't tell if that's should have been the first one or second one because it already popped up once before. Now we're popping up again. So it might start slowing down. There's a trend line here. If it goes underneath it, it will obviously start coming back down. But it is looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's been having trouble bouncing out of this box at 220. So we got to break this 220 level to push up. It could pull back a little bit, I think, to 207 and bounce back up and hopefully bust through this 220 level and continue up. That's what I kind of looking at right now.
Is Casey Shaw on the show or he just in the space call? Someone's asking that question in the chat. Is he just in the space call or is he on the show? Oh.
He's in the space call, but he's welcome to come on the show if he wants to. He can come on in the space call. He can come on Discord, or he can come on the restream itself if he likes. It's up to him. But he's in the space call at the moment.
Who is it?
Casey Shaw.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's always welcome to come on.
So someone was asking in the chat. It says Casey Shaw on the show or in a space call. So I'm just texting him back to let him know.
Oh, he said the stream was cutting in and out, so he had to close it.
Can anyone recommend any marijuana stocks?
I don't know. It's tough right now. Not that I'm afraid of SNDL, but SNDL is not a good candidate right now. So, and the other ones I have not been following. What about you? Any good pot stocks for you there, Froggy?
I actually don't look at them as like Sundial's the only one I'm looking at.
Yeah, I agree. I ended up getting out of that for now, but wait and see what happens. They're in a tough spot, but they make money. They're a profitable company. There's no doubt about it. They're making the right moves. It's just they're being assaulted.
I see Troy's in here who took up for you last night as well, Froggy. I think he has something he want to say. Troy, you want to address Froggy, media arbitrator, or any of the his partners, but right now it's just Froggy New York to say. You have something you want to say? Troy?
I don't really have anything to say. I just accepted the mic invite you threw me. I'm just gathering, information on this beautiful day, and I'm studying the news and stuff, honestly. What are you up to, Froggy? How you been?
I'm just relaxing, chilling with you guys.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Yeah, I'm seeing interest, from that. It's real good, the Dogecoin community, but I'm also, I'll be honest, guys, I'm very slow to this process of working with other people, of course. And I just want to say that out loud because I bumped into some more Dogecoin last night, and then I got thinking as they told me their story, I was like, I'm not going to get too into that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying, Froggy?
Yep.
I don't mess with crypto too much.
What's your personal stance on crypto and NFTs yourself?
I do like crypto. Certain ones like Doge is interesting. Bitcoin is definitely my favorite. Right now I'm actually in Loop Ring, which I was kind of hoping that would have moved up with the way everything was turning out, but doesn't look like it. It was kind of more of a shot in the dark, but I don't know. I do like crypto just because of the fact that you can track and trace things and you can't have like synthetics and all that goofy stuff that goes on. So I think it's more of an honest type of market.
Yeah, I mean,
I was just happy Siggy just shared the info on, how to, it's like stash or something. You take your coins and you can like stake them. So he was explaining the staking process and how he likes the, how do you say, unchained, or it's not centralized. He likes the uncentralized.
Oh, decentralized, yeah.
In an uncentralized market and make interest. Interesting topic, though. I just wanted to, but just looking at world news and praying for these people and what's going to happen, as you all may know, over in Russia, honestly.
Yeah, hopefully that mess gets cleaned up without being too much more damage done.
Yeah, what's up, Cobra? I see you, buddy.
Up, I guess.
What'd you say, Media Trader?
It sounds like there's going to be a big battle coming up. They say something like World War II D-Day kind of thing. So it has nothing to do with my market. I'm happy with my position. I'm not going anywhere. They're going to have to shut off the TV in Wall Street for me to walk out of this play. But yeah, my prayers are with those people. Put it that way.
I have a question about, all right, so collecting interest on crypto is basically you hold crypto, the value of your crypto is then lent out to somebody. So basically whatever money you bought with the crypto then gets put out for loan where you collect interest on it. Isn't that basically creating liquidity for the banks that are borrowing on that?
Yeah, that's why he doesn't he likes the uncentralized system. The centralized system is the one that will go more into you're literally giving liquidity for hedge funds.
So the centralized ones, who do they want?
They might. I don't know enough about staking, but I just know it's an option with crypto to make more profit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying if it's decentralized and they're loaning it to somebody in order for you to create interest on it.
I won't even. I don't want to touch crypto myself, but information's just information. That's just how I feel about it, So I'm actually against the whole crypto thing, but to each their own. If you want to use information, that's your personal, profile. But thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, it's just a question that no matter how many times I bring it up, nobody seems to have the answer. But everybody, not everybody, but people are for it. But then when you ask them about it, they don't know.
Well, you should ask Froggy or Mediocre, and then if they don't know, they can try to find out for you, if that's what you like. I mean, because they said to anyone, if they don't know the answer, they will try to get the answer for you. So are you asking Froggy and mediocre, or you just asking anyone?
I'm asking anyone in general, but I mean, as far as if I'm going to invest in something, I want to know all of it. Like, I don't want to say, yeah, you can make 7% on this, but are they loaning out then my money and then allowing them to use that against my other investments by using our money for liquidity?
Probably. The way the market runs, the answer is probably a yes, because that's why Citadel, the market maker, is getting into crypto. So yeah, I assume that's exactly what's going on. And I won't take part in that, but at least I know what staking crypto means, and that it may be a bad thing. I don't know. I'm not going to stake. I'm not going to buy crypto yet, so I don't know.
But mediocre trade, we have a question. Can you look up SHW? 1 second here. Where'd it go? No, SHWZ. SHWZ. And your opinion on it, please.
HHWZ.
H as in Henry, W as in William, Z as in Zebert.
HWZ. I don't have that one.
SHWZ, I think she said.
Yeah, can you, both of you guys' opinion, please?
SHWZ.
Yes, S is in Sam.
Okay, gotcha.
HHWZ.
Called Medicine Man Technologies.
It's SHWZ.
All right. So looks like a newer stock that just came out back on like March 23rd. It's almost too soon to actually be making too many predictions on it. The money did come out, pumped the price up to pumped the price up to $2.99, and then it came back down, and the money's still flowing out of it, and it's holding its own. So it's still setting up as it is right now. Oh, is it earnings that came out? Estimated 8 cents, reported 16. Definitely positive. It'll be one interesting to look at because it's already putting out profits, which is good.
And it looks like it has a solid support at 204.
I think, I would look at microvision a little bit as it touches on all-time lows at 360. Maybe I'd bring a percentage or 3 gain on Monday, possibly. But maybe consider microvision if you're day trading. I don't know. What do you think on microvision, Froggy? You think you could pull 1% or 3% profit? I think, what do you consider it?
I'm gonna look.
I think it's MRO, isn't it?
MVIS.
Yeah, that's an MVIS.
No, it's looking like it's oversold like everything else. Might be setting up a support bottom, which is good. It looks like a wedge, which is even better.
Another subject that I want to bring up and have a conversation about is, all right, I'm an AMC ape since March. I hold, and I got in after, doing the research on the January thing. Now, I was not new to investing, but thoroughly new. And one of the things that I thought of last week was, well, I know a lot more about the stock market now, so I wanted to reinvestigate the January thing. So when I look at because now you have the SEC report and all that stuff come out about what happened in January with the liquidity and all that. And they basically just blame retail for overexposing the finances of Robinhood and other market or brokerage accounts.
Yep.
But when I went to the Walmart in the January push-up, I forget which investment company or whatever had shares and they sold them into the market. And the entire jump in the price on the 27th was them selling their shares pre-market. And I think they sold up the price, like, because they're not going to sell the bid, they're going to sell the ask in increments so that they can get more for the next sell-off and more for the next sell-off and more to the next sell-off. The actual percentage change was all before open. After open, it pretty much went down and consolidated. And if you look at the 26th before that, it was AMC that was selling up shares, selling up the price, which people I don't think understand when they look at the book, that you can actually sell up a price or even buy down the price. It's based on the bid and the ask and what price you're transacting at. And then on the 28th, they locked it up because they couldn't afford to do it. Well, wait a minute. If you have institutions selling their shares, why wasn't that institutional money that was being transferred available to keep the retail market in play?
So you're asking them how come they didn't use the money to help the retail?
Well, like Rob, they were blaming us that retail was basically buying the price up, creating liquidity issues. But when you look at the volume and the price movement, it was all pre-market. During the day, it actually consolidated. So all that volume was one of the holders of a lot of AMC shares selling off their position, but selling it up by selling. You know, if I have 100,000 shares and I want to close my position, I'll sell 1,000 at $4. I'll sell the next 1,000 at $4.25. I'll sell the next 5,000 at $4.30. You know what I mean? I'll sell the next 1,000 at $7. That's what they did for 3 hours before it opened. And then they tried to say retail created the liquidity issues with Robinhood. Well, if it's a major brokerage that's selling up their shares and we're buying them, why is that a liquidity issue on our end when we were basically just consolidating after the pre-market run?
Yeah.
They created their own liquidity issue. I think that's part of the problem, but they tried to blame us. They tried to blame young kids, which really irritates the snot out of me. And I brought this up already, is that they try to make it out like it's a Reddit, what do they call it? A Wall Street bets type of thing, you know, a bunch of Gen Z kids. And it's not necessarily that. They're kind of getting a bad name for that. But I think there was people buying in pre-market. You know, you can't on Robinhood, but other accounts, there were people definitely buying in pre-market.
Okay, so it was Silver Lake. Silver Lake, yes, okay. Retail was buying what Silver Lake was selling, but it was
Great.
Silver Lake that was setting the ask price and bidding the price up to create the margin problems with Robinhood and other brokerages.
Mm-hmm. I don't disagree with that. I mean, that is what happened, and it's not our problem that Robinhood had a liquidity issue, right? I don't think that's taking the buy button away. That's, you know what I mean? That's what I mean by they're not going to follow the rules. They make the rules. They're going to do what they want with the rules. I don't agree with what they did. It was wrong, and that is not a free and fair market. But what's done is kind of done. There's not a lot you could do about it. I don't know what you're asking.
It's just an awareness for people like me that, you know, that came in after
Oh, okay, got you.
with people understanding of what actually happened, but enough understanding to say, yeah, that was fucked. I'm in this.
Yeah. So
And
what
now,
happened?
10 months later, with a much better understanding of the markets and stuff, going back and revisiting what I thought I understood and realizing that I didn't know the half.
Yeah. No, they were protecting themselves for sure, and I know you know that now, but yeah, they didn't care about free and fair markets at the time. You know, they only preach that if it benefits them. That's what I
It's
noticed,
just
right?
surprised how incompetent that statement was back in, was that August, September?
I didn't hear you. What was your question?
Let me turn it up. Go ahead, ask that again.
No, how incompetent the SEC's investigation statement back in, what was that, August, September? Where they
Yeah.
investigated the liquidity issues with Robinhood and other brokerages, and they basically, like, the incompetence is you can't look and see that, and that's the statement that you're going to come out with. Like, fuck Gary.
No, I agree. I mean, he's bought and paid for it for sure. You know, that's part of the thing. They're all bought and paid for. That's like I appreciate. I say it almost every day, but like last night I was watching Froggy's show. He had Boss Blunt on here, who says basically the same thing that I say. Right? They're they're all the system. You got the United States government is a part of it, right? All the alphabet community is a part of it. The DOJ, the SEC, they're not going to sell themselves out, right? They're all, in my opinion, making money off of it, right? So they don't have the American people's best interests at heart. They don't care. What I say is they want to keep their piggy bank, right? So they're going to do anything in their power to keep their piggy bank going, and we're on the brink of destroying and smashing that piggy bank, and that's how I look at it. Uh-oh. She's ready to go.
I'm not sure. Liz is in the chat. She was trying to get the space call. But it's the third one, Liz. When you come up in, it's the third space call. You see the third column on your left. You see 1, 2, and then it'll be the third one. Not so crazy lady trader has a question. You have a question for New York Trader or Jeremy?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Julia, and I'm from the Netherlands, so I don't speak English very well, but I will try.
You sound perfect to me. I can understand you.
What did you say?
Oh, he said you speak English well enough.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I have a question. So in January 21, in the beginning of January, before the squeeze in GME, in AMC, we saw silver drop from 27 to 23 around 5th of January. And then around the squeeze, we saw a spike up from 23 to 27. We know that JP Morgan is basically the biggest silver holder. We also know that Citadel is number 5. We also know that we, around that time, had a lot of silver squeeze talk, right?
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So then they removed the buy button, and now we are a year later. And I was wondering, then the hedges made up a survival plan. Basically, if they shorted Cathy Wood and her ARK to the bone, what they did, they have then a lot of gains unrealized. And if they pump up silver, what is kind of easy to do right now, then they have enough liquidity, right? Question mark.
You want to ask that question again? Hold on. You got to pull your thing down.
The dog's going crazy. Sorry.
I think they removed the buy button, and with that, they bought time to make up a survival plan. And basically, it was attack Cathy Wood, the retail hero. So with that, you can limit the ape army. And with that, it was kind of easy because the US 10-year was so low, it was ready to go up. And it is kind of easy to attack Cathy Wood because she did make ridiculous calls. And of course, she also owns Hood. And now Hood is an easy short because you can short it to the bone and know that retail will not go long. And apes will join with the short. So that is an easy short to hide away your money, basically. And then at the bottom, you just go long. And then you have the unrealized gains, you have the realized, and then you have enough liquidity, right?
I'm trying to think here. That does sound like, because that's what I know they're shorting the gain to get money somehow. Mega Trader, you want to touch that?
Sorry about that. The dog was going nuts. Can you give me a quick little rundown, Froggy, what her question actually was?
She just repeated it.
Well, I believe, that's my belief, that if they remove the buy button, wouldn't it make sense that they make a survival plan?
Yeah, I think that's what they've done. I think they bought time so they can go and try to pretty much milk the entire system as much as they could because they've been shorting a lot of stuff. And
yeah,
like,
and right now we had at one point, like 4 weeks ago, we only had 21% of the Nasdaq stocks above the 200 MA. We have PayPal, we have Square, we have Facebook trading pre-COVID levels. That to me looks like a crash. The only thing what the fake futures held up was Apple. And Apple is, of course, a big tech, also a member of the Great Reset, of course. So, yeah, it makes sense to me that they kind of solve the liquidity problem, and with that, they can do an infinity squeeze over time, like Tesla.
I think what they're trying to do too is I don't disagree with what you're saying, is they're running the market up and then pulling it back quick to scare people out of their positions, all the people who bought in, so they can take that money and so they're making money to probably pay us is what I'm speculating. I don't know for sure, but I think they're trying to scare people out of positions and get people to sell at a loss and try and pull money out of the market. That's just my thoughts on that. And there is a lot of stocks below the 200 EMA. I agree. I look at that every day. That's one of the indicators that I look at a lot to see, kind of give a reference to where things are.
I honestly believe we already had the silent crash. The only thing what wasn't down was Amazon, Google, Apple. And of course some defensive stocks and the energy stocks. But everything retail loves was down, even crypto. Everything what retail loves was down. Everything what YouTube promoted was down. Everything Cathy Wood touched was down. They basically attacked retail to limit ape farming. That's my belief. And that is why I think, to be honest, that there will not be an economic collapse on the short term because they kind of solved the problem. And the problem is still there in the economy, but economy and the stock market are not the same thing, of course.
No, I agree.
With that,
I think they're going to do it again. I think that's why if you look at SPY from last week and the week before, right? Well, what was it? 2.5 weeks ago, the thing was going straight up, and I'm like, we got no business going straight up. I thought it was ridiculous, but all the indicators said buy, but there was no volume in it. And then, you get the pullback, and now look where we are.
When everything melts up, that it goes up on a low volume.
Right.
Because, everybody's still fair, but that doesn't matter if you go up on low volume. You see that often when everything melts up.
Right, and we're pulling back now, and I think there's a chance we're going to pull back even more. I don't know yet, but I'm watching it because that's what I think. But that's why I didn't really do any trading last week. I was careful with what I did. Hey, Froggy, did you trade really last week?
No, I waited till like late Thursday and I did one trade, and that was it. I didn't trust the market.
You know, 'cause I don't know where it's going to go. We'll see. I don't disagree with you at all. I mean, I just think that's what they do. They run it up, get people to buy in, and then pull it back and trap people and take their money. You know, I think that's what they do every day.
Yeah, and I think a lot of what Cathy Wood owns is easy to be pumped up. And if we look at Tesla, the biggest holding, that filled the gap at 1020. So if that one goes up and Apple kind of holds, well, then big tech can easily surge, right? With the Dow leading, the Dow Jones was up Friday. It was leading, so it was not a crash, not at all. It was not panic, not at all. It feels to me like a retest. But I sometimes wonder if the narrative for a crash in general is infiltrated in the community to basically fear retail to buy other things, what they kind of shorted it. Like a Palantir, like, I don't know, Indeed, Tesla, etc. Because they shorted it and they are controlling it and they want to do it managed up. That's what I believe. But we will see, right? We will see. Maybe we will crash.
I think they're.
I think the crash narrative is way too much existing in the community, and I think we should also be open-minded that they maybe had a survival plan. I mean, Facebook and Netflix dropped more than 20%. That is against every professional trader rule, because 20% is the rule that we have as to be the worst, and it was 22%. We know Melvin Capital owns that. Why can it not be, hey, drop those two stocks, create fear, and that they don't buy?
Well, I got a question for you.
Incoming, and the Amazon stock split incoming, Tesla stock split incoming. That's a lot of bullish news. I mean Amazon and Google split. I mean, that's gonna be very bullish.
But Apple, just think Apple put out that they're slow in production and all this. I said this, and their stock price is still going up. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't make
But
sense.
Apple also has good news about services, and the earnings from Apple were great. Only the Shanghai situation, but Apple did great in earnings.
Oh,
and of course, they're also member of the Great Reset. They are a World Economic Forum member. And you see that every World Economic Forum member went up during 2020 because those are the strongest ones. And if I was Charles Schwab, I would have asked to short basically GameStop and AMC as competition of Apple and Amazon.
Yeah. I just think it's insane that they play games with the market every day, and it's not only in AMC; it's throughout the market. That's the whole point. It's a market-wide corruption, in my opinion. So,
yeah, you not attack one stock. You don't do that. As a short, you're also diversified. I don't think AMC or GME are the only ones. I don't think it's only the meme stocks. I honestly think it's all the Cathy Wood and the Meet Catherine and the Jeremy Financial Education stocks, all of those. And most of them don't have earnings, are high growth. So with the US 10-year spiking, it's kind of easy to have this narrative to just sell off. Because if you look at the bigger time frame for the US 10-year, it's a joke where we are right now.
right? No, I agree. I think we probably should be a little lower. I think, but whatever. I just watch. I let the thing do what it's going to do now because I gave up on. You know, I tried to predict this last fall from on the SPY when it was shooting up, and it just kept going up, and I just got disgusted. So I just don't even look at it now. I mean, I watch it, but I just think it's insane that they get away with it every day. You know, like the VIX, for example, they had a bank or something by turning more bonds than they were supposed to, which prevented the VIX spike, which kept the market, it kept the market going up instead of pulling back. I don't know. They do a lot of shadiness. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I was not kind of surprised by that. If the Fed starts unwinding, and we now hear extreme hawkish, and the market is clearly absorbing this news. It's actually kind of overdoing it, in my opinion. But if the Fed just unwinds the mortgages, right? And against that, we had a lot of mortgages and refinance during the COVID because the interest rates were low. So the Fed can still sell the mortgage rates for high because the competition is kind of low, right? Because the mortgage rates are already done. Mortgages are already done. I'm sorry for me.
She broke up. I couldn't really understand her. Did you hear her, Froggy?
Mm-hmm.
If you down to the screen, can you please show me the check? She's not blocked. She hasn't been blocked. I don't know why she can't find the safe call. You don't mind showing her how to get the safe call? She probably got to close her phone like I had to a while back in, but she hasn't been blocked, so that's not true. So please show how. Can you please show how to get into the safe call? It's up at the top of the screen on Twitter. Please, if you don't mind.
Oh boy, now the phone's ringing. 1 minute.
All right.
Liz, turn your phone off. You keep saying you can't find it. That's what I had to do yesterday to find 8 Nation, 8 Radio. You have to shut your phone off for a second. They say 3 minutes, but you don't have to do 3 minutes. Just turn it off, turn it back on, and you'll find it. You haven't been blocked. So if you turn it off, turn it back on, and you see all those other people in different space codes, you'll see qualities as well. If you see a tweet I retweeted from Jen, just click on that. If you can see Jen, Jen just got a tweet about Froggy Space Call. Can you just click on that if you can't find it?
It says she's unable to fetch space. I don't know what that means. Like as far as how to fix the problem.
You got to turn your phone off for 3 minutes. This is Sprint. Well, I don't know if you have an iPhone, but Sprint told me turn my phone off for 3 minutes, turn it back on. You'll see it. It'll pop up because this happened with me on 8 Nation. You'll find it. It's right up at the top. But you have to turn your phone off for 3 minutes, they say. But you don't have to do that. Turn it back on, and then you'll see. Because he's the third one. There's other space calls, but he's like the third one.
Sorry about that. My phone rang, bud.
Oh, you're fine. Things happen.
I'm trying to see if she can find it. Oh, it's quite simple. Let me see. Oh, gosh. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, reboot. Reboot it.
Any good comments on YouTube?
Wait a minute, she said good few seconds. I'm trying to coach this. Hold on.
No, you're good.
Well,
she can't really find a space call on Twitter. How can't find it on Twitter? Wait a second. Oh, you guys can talk. You guys can go here. I'm trying to coach her through it.
Froggy's trying to grab a little bite to eat. I don't blame you, buddy. I had to.
I know, I'm starving. That Pulte guy, almost 8,000 likes. That's insane.
Nice. So that's a whole
Blowing up.
1,000 from the last time we checked.
Yep.
Okay.
Who's she following? If she's following one of
She
us, I'll
follows
share it real quick if you
everybody else
want.
says she can't find it. It's like it's up there. I see it. 'Cause I see I see the people from 8th. I see Viper now, and then I see private, something about private stay. Then after that one, then you'll see Trek, me, and then Frog. You see us right there. So you see number. The first one has 5 people. The second one has 1 extra person. And it's saying Frog has 61, and then you see Keaton has 12. I see all those all the way across there. So I don't know how she can't see it. It's strange. Because it says, you guys decided on Twitter. You guys are going viral. What? Ain't Robert in the chat? Robert, are you following this, Robert?
I don't see him in here. I think isn't he at
He's
work?
in here. I'm following it, but I don't know. I gotta hold on. I can't even. Wow, we follow each other. Hold on. Robert, yeah, I see Robert right there. Oh gosh, it's hot. Hot flashes.
All right, fellas, what happened to Liz? She gone or what?
She can't find the space call on Twitter. That's not true. I don't know how. I'm not saying that she's fibbing, but how can she find it?
Let me grab the link. Let me copy the link. Invite via DM.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There you go.
I just shared GMs. That's all I did.
All right, I send her the invite through the link, direct message.
Let's see if she gets it. I don't appreciate this to my block.
I tried to share it. I can't do it on my phone.
The Argo space call with Keith. He programmed that yesterday, fellas. I'm gonna go ahead
and
enjoy that class for a little bit. You guys have a good day, okay, folks?
Yeah, later, man.
Good night. Have a good day. I mean, good day. Have a good night.
Why did you do that? I said don't do that, but it's the same time. Hold on a second. Oh, hot.
Carl, when my screen was black, I had lunch. Thank you, though. Appreciate you looking out.
He still can't find it. That's impossible. He sent it to her. She said she still can't find it, and he sent it to her. How is that impossible? How's that impossible?
I don't know. Twitter's weird.
Liz, look at Robert DM'd you. Look in your DM and just click on what he sent you, and see if that. Let me see. Liz, click. Do you see Robert's? He sent you a DM.
Yeah, it should be under your messages.
Okay, look in your DMs. It's telling you even see a message from him.
Looking for more questions.
You still can't find it?
Oh, those tweets are going viral, they said. Oh, yeah, it's over 8,000 now, Froggy.
Oh, yeah, blowing up.
Almost
It's gonna get crazy by
1,700
the end of the day.
retweets.
Oh, Dan said something too. What? Okay, I'm going to retweet it. Liz, I'm going to retweet what Jen even sent until you see that tweet. Since you got the DM with the link, okay. But each message says unable to fetch space. How is that unable to fetch space?
I have no idea. I don't know if something happened or
Why
what.
don't you can you reach out to Twitter and ask them what that means? Because it's your space, right? Take a picture of it and ask. I'll take a picture and ask Twitter. It's just unable to. How is it unable to fetch space?
Froggy's doing some stuff, so we'll let him do some stuff. I see you, Jay.
Does that happen when I accidentally, that guy that wasn't really that guy named Leo that I was trying to, wait a second. He said his name was Leo. Remember? He came into the chat and he really wasn't a person. And I removed him. Uh-oh. What do I do? But I didn't, Barbara said I remove Liz. Hold on a second. My grandson's not here. How do you do this? Hold on. One of my settings.
No, Liz, are you on an Android phone? Because it's saying this is a common issue with Android.
Oh.
Let's go, chat. Tell us something. Yeah, she's on Android.
Android. The Android phone, she says. Android.
Close the app, and then wait until the recent app screen loads up. On recent screen, swipe up the Twitter app to clear it. You got to clear it out of your recent app screen, and then go back into it. So it must be a glitch. This one here is saying you got to go click force stop to do it too.
Greg, you want to answer a comment real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you guys see a major pullback for Tesla when we squeeze?
Oh, I see. She sent me something. Hold on here. She said, replying to, I think so. What does that mean? I'll see what she sent me, Jeremy. She's saying something here. I don't know.
My thoughts on Tesla, I think all the big, major stocks are going to pull back pretty hard. That's how we're going to get paid. Money has to come from somewhere.
I think it's going to be a market-wide pullback, honestly. They got to rob from Peter to pay Paul. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we're Peter, just so if you didn't know that, we're Peter. and Paul. Depending on what stock you're invested in.
Well, I'm going to probably wrap things up for now because I'm going to go eat, and then I'll probably try to come back on for later on tonight's show. We're going to be doing that roundtable discussion, talking about the trades, Astro, the idea of buying puts and calls, pros and cons, whether it's even a good idea or a bad idea. So hopefully people that play options come and talk about it because we all should have our own opinion or input on it to. I mean, I was hoping Astro and Trey would actually reply back so they can come in and educate people on why they think it's a good idea, but haven't heard nothing back. So.
No, they just put out their videos, and we talked about it earlier. I'm not going to go back into detail, but I watch them.
So, yeah, I don't know who this person is here.
Debbie says Trey was watching Teddy.
Might have been, but yeah, I'll be coming back on here later on tonight, guys. We'll be picking back up on another topic. I might come back in sooner, but we're going to be talking about some training videos and some other stuff. And yeah, we'll be back in probably about 3 hours. So
I gotta go
thank you
do
guys
some.
yeah, thank you guys for coming. Mediocre Trader, you want to close things out?
I was just gonna say, yeah, I gotta run and do some errands for my daughter. She's been asking, and I said I'd go do it. So I'll go do that, and then I'll be back. But I appreciate all you guys who came in today to watch the stream and all that, and all the questions and stuff. And don't forget to, come visit us. Check out the Discord. Check out the YouTube channel. Check out the Twitter page. Both Froggy and mine, and appreciate you guys. And I'll see you later.
Ms. Harris, you want to close things out?
Yes. Yes. Everyone up in the space, please go down into the chat and like it and subscribe. And like Mediocre Traders as well, like and subscribe. And everyone, please join. You want to be a diamond hand. You want to be a diamond hand for the squeeze when the squeeze happens. So you can ask your questions. You can't ask your questions and can't get any answers if you're not a diamond hand, a diamond subscriber. You need help with learning how to do options, trading, or whatever. Probably will teach that one-on-one with you. You have to be a diamond hand. That's coming soon. Also, appreciate every single one of you guys, Mediocre Trader, all the partners, Froggy, everyone is in the chat. Appreciate you. And as my son would say, dubs up, we out.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming. Yeah, too bad I was getting hungry here. I'm kind of wanting to go get something to eat real quick, and then I'll probably end up being back like later on. So,
I want to say something before you hang up, because we just inbox. She says she sees the messages, but she just can't. It won't let her phone stand set string. So, is there any way you can contact? I'm sorry. Any way you can contact Twitter to know that you're having a problem with your space tiles?
me? No, it's something on Droid. It's nothing with what we're doing. It's probably something to do with the Droid. I guess is a known issue.
Oh, Liz, I'm sorry.
Maybe restart her phone or something. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Force close the app, clear out the catch folder, and I think that was pretty much all that they recommended. It was like 6 recommendations.
I'm sorry, Liz. He said there's nothing he can do here then, but he'll keep checking. But shut your phone off so you can join it, like he says, in 3 hours, because you can see my messages. So you're not blocked, so it's not me. If you was blocked, you wouldn't be able to see my message. So you can see my message. Sorry about that happened. Go ahead, Jeremy. Go ahead.
Oh, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys back here in about 3 hours. Thank you for coming, and peace.